we return to the main floor, the first floor of the amusement park section of Sonnentor, where we see Brula and Tooth walking along beside her. You, Brula, lose focus for a few moments as you're walking along. Tooth maybe kind of chattering along next to you. There's a sort of a particular malaise, a weakness that falls over you, and something sort of tickles your fingertips. Something twitches behind your ear, just enough to let you know that there's something there, sort of grasping and turning over about you. It's a crackling that you recognize and don't recognize at the same time. It's the magic that you use, the sound that is strummed from the strings of a lute, or the air moving through the body of your ocarina. Somewhere between the windway and the spell cast, there is something else. And that place in between is something you've probably never focused on when using magic, casting spells, or being aware of the arcane. However, now you're becoming aware increasingly over the last few days that that spot in between where the spell is cast and your intention behind casting it is where the disease rests within you. And that is where you now sit, sort of somewhere outside of where you are. And then the sound of Alynis's voice breaks the reverie as she messages you through the sending stones.
We're caught. Follow the black cat. We may have to make a deal. Remember the 5th slot. Be careful. Love you.
Walking a few feet behind Brula and Tooth is a small cat. To look upon this cat at a single glance, you would see a genderless, lithe black cat with a single red right eye. It moves very closely to the two of you, and as you get this message, Brula, Tooth, maybe you continue to talk. This cat moves between your legs, Tooth. It brushes its body against your calf and then in through your legs. It allows its tail to curl around your ankle a moment before it sort of runs out in front of your ankles and then moves over to Brula and does the same thing, moving backwards through your legs, Brula, the tail running around an ankle. There's a strange sensation as it moves past both of you. It's not physical exactly, but it is at the edge of your skin. There's a dark sensation. This cat, you're very aware, is not there. What is projecting the image of a cat and from where is most certainly not a cat. It rushes back behind you, Brula, and then runs out in front of the two of you again. You see it kind of take off very fast, only the way that a cat can. And then it stops about 5 feet ahead of you, turns around and sits down in front of the two of you, its one red eye blinking at you. It licks its back of its paw and then runs it down over where the other eye should be and stares at the two of you, waiting. What do you do?
And so that's when, oh my gosh, oh no, what's happening? Oh, it's touching me. When does it get off me?
It's a cat. It's probably harmless. We're supposed to follow it, apparently.
What? What do you mean?
Well,
It's talking to you?
Oh, no, but I just got a message from Ellie saying that we need to follow the black cat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think things might be a little compromised right now, so let's keep quiet.
What does that mean?
Maybe we're being watched.
Okay.
Or at least that's maybe what I'm assuming. But she said to follow the black cat.
Okay. Don't be suspicious.
Yeah, we're good at that. We can blend in.
We're so good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you hear
And
like
I mean,
Brula's instruments like clanging as she's walking down the hallway.
I don't sweat, but I'm the equivalent. I'm like my skin is turning colors.
As you get close to the cat, moving forward, it sort of just turns and it stays sort of perfectly in between where the two of you are, ahead of you, lifts its tail up and begins walking. It's about a foot ahead of you and begins moving towards the north eastern side of the first level here of Sonantor.
Okay.
Okay.
No, we just follow this cat. And you see Brula think for a second. She kind of like bites her lip. And then she casts Speak with Animals.
Okay.
I feel maybe just a bit drawn to it. And you see her.
Okay.
And she sort of plays, and this like bunch of sparkles happen. And then she starts to speak with this cat, hopefully.
You cast the spell. What do you say to the cat?
Where are you going? And it
Cat.
sounds like
to Tooth and anybody passing by. The cat's tail kind of flickers without slowing down. It fully turns back to look at you. Its one eye fixing you, this kind of red look to it. There's a strange sensation as this thing looks at you. It's not got... it doesn't respond to you. You don't get a sense of being able to read or understand this cat from the spell. Sometimes the Speak with Animals spell lets you sort of literally speak to them, but you understand that there's an element of just kind of interpretation that the spell allows for. And you can't read this cat. This cat is not a beast, which is what this spell allows you to communicate with.
okay.
Don't forget to mark off a spell burn.
Okay. I did.
It tickles at the edge of your fingers. Not a fun sensation. A bit like when you get a static shock, but not quite as intense. Just something like that when you cast this spell.
Well, Brula will keep her ears peeled and keep her eyes directly on the cat, just in case. It's not saying anything to me. That's odd. But we're supposed to follow it. And continue looking like you know where you're going.
I mean, I do technically know where we're going.
Okay.
Looks like we're going back down. No, wait, we're already on the first floor. Where is it taking us?
It's taking you up to the second floor, and it leads you towards the steps. I think at this point you would recognize that this thing is taking you back towards the stairway. I guess for a bit you might wonder whether it's taking you to a Himmelkart that would allow you to go to one of the other towers, but it immediately just starts bounding up the steps and heading up them. These are like huge, great steps, the type of thing that you'd find in an amusement park, where they're not very tall and they're really long, so they actually end up being like way more effort to walk up, but they allow for huge crowds to move up. The cat jumps up them kind of lithely and looks back at you. Between the first and second floor, cat kind of turns back to you, and you get a close look at it as you catch up with it underneath the lights that light these stairs. Do you guys want to make me investigation checks?
I sure do. Sure do.
Surely do. That's a 16 for Brula.
Okay.
That's a 15 for me.
Nice.
15. DC 15. Both of you pass. So as you guys move up the stairway and take a closer look at Mara the cat, you'll see that the black fur is in fact tiny, endless tendrils, little stalks of flesh. The paws of the animal kind of taper directly into its claws. They're larger than they should be. On its brow, where there should be whiskers, are in fact very thin insect-like antennae. And its red eye actually looks like that of a fly, kind of round, large, bulbous, and 1,000 partitions that reflect back at you. Once you see it, you kind of can't unsee it. This thing looks pretty horrific.
Wow.
It jumps up the steps and continues moving up them ahead of you. It continues straight up to the 3rd floor. You two, haven't been to the 3rd floor yet, but at the top of the steps, just as you get to the 3rd floor, would probably be around the time that Sylvia arrives, which is the sprite that Rio sent out to try and find you. So, Fairlight, what was the message that Sylvia was delivering? Because I think now would be the time.
Gotcha. I didn't really give her a specific message other than go warn them that it was a trap.
Right.
So, I don't know if you want to provide her dialogue or if I should.
You've been speaking to her this whole time. You can just say, you can just describe what it is, how it feels, and how the sprite approaches the two of them.
Sure. Yeah. She would probably come descending from directly above, and you might even hear like the very, very faint flap of wings behind whichever of the two of you is further from the cat. And then she would start whispering very quietly, and if it's Brula, this would probably be the first time you've heard her voice, or was it two? One of you heard her before. I can't remember. At any rate, oh no, that's right. It was a Linus. Never mind. You would hear her whispering. It was a trap. It was a trap. He took them to a building full of government people. I don't know.
Oh no. That's so bad. That's so bad.
Okay.
Keep walking. Look natural.
Don't be suspicious.
They were held captive inside when I left. I don't know if they're still in there.
What should we do? Can you get him out of there?
I don't think I can get them out by myself, no. But Rio insisted I come warn you so the two of you don't walk into a trap. That's all I know.
Okay, government people, you say?
Brad, would that building have had some sort of a sign out front? Was it a courthouse or an administrative building?
It was,
where did they?
Yeah, it was essentially the law offices. So it's the Sonnengarde.
Sure. They were at the Sonnengarde headquarters.
Okay.
That's really bad.
That's really bad.
That's really bad. You know what? Maybe I should just turn myself in and let you guys go.
No. I don't know if that's the best idea. We're still on the outside.
It wasn't the Sonnengarde. It was the guy who wants the lost second.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
That guy wasn't really a government official. He was someone in disguise.
What? Wow, you could have fooled me. I definitely thought that. I mean, that looked so real. I'm sort of in shock. Was it an illusion? Was it a regular? How did an illusion hold up in a place like this?
I wasn't in the room. I don't know. All I heard was Rio saying that he wasn't really an employee, and he wants the item, and he's trying to lure you into a trap.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely not good.
Well, I mean, what do we want to do, Brula?
Well, you were already sort of undercover, right?
I mean, sort of.
Sort of. We need to stay hidden. I don't think we should go in there.
Is that gonna put them in danger?
I don't know. But I think if we all go in there, then they would know where the rest of the party is, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's too bad.
I'm trying to figure out though how we can help them.
Because it would take us all right now, right?
Yeah. We are all tuned to it. You're right. And Brula looks in her knapsack. Hey, hang on. And reaches in and pulls out the lost second.
Have you guys continued walking, or have you stopped at this point?
Yeah, we're still trying to be stealthy enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Draw attention to that.
Yeah. Bear in
You
mind,
should maybe... Oh, sorry.
you're on the 3rd floor now, so you're moving through
I
a
know.
slightly different area. The previous floors that you were on were really busy. This is the floor that I mentioned before is sort of home to a lot of specialists. So the lower amusement park kind of area has been replaced up here with forges, armories, weaponsmiths, glasswork, dye work. It's kind of an industrial zone. There's also sort of walkways that are downstairs is Disneyland. This is like really well managed. The people up here are predominantly Gesto. So the two of you, you're both quite short. I think Brula's probably a little taller, right? But you've got a lot of Gesto up here, so everyone's quite small. It's harder to fade into a crowd here. And also everyone's moving with a sort of dedicated purpose. They're aware of each other's proximity. So you're moving along in kind of individual rows in these roadways and alleyways through this kind of industrial zone. There are pulleys and carts and these kind of rudimentary trams that are moving around on this level as well, which makes for noise to be a little higher, but the crowds and the places where you can kind of just hide amongst people have pretty much gone. If you pull out something like the Lost Second, you can. It is magically covered as well with that spell, but just be aware that it's a lot more obvious on this level. Also, roll me a couple of insight checks for the cat real quick. And hold that thought, whatever you were about to do, Brula.
14 for both of us.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys are doing well.
Right.
The time that you speak to Sylvia, you notice a few times the cat looking back at you. Then, as you're walking along, you realize the cat hasn't really looked back at you once the entire time you've walked along until you hit the stairs. Then on the 3rd floor, the cat keeps looking back and checking that you're there and staying ahead of you and leading you across the roads. I think it's at this point that you recognize the cat's looking at Sylvia and is aware that the sprite has joined you or is following you.
Okay. Sylvia, the cat has noticed you in a weird way, like maybe your food, if it is a real cat. I'd be a little wary. I think it's because maybe you're flying. Do you want to sit?
Or maybe it can just see right through my spell. Either way, I'm not
Are you
worried.
invisible right now?
Yes?
Usually is.
I look around. Is she always? I don't know what she looks like. Oh shit. Okay. Oh.
You've seen her once or twice, because like
Yeah.
at the dinner table, for example.
Oh, right,
At the Noble Zareth, but typically she's perma-invis.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe the cat can see right through your. To be honest, I didn't even know if you were visible or not because I've just been staring dead ahead, trying not to be suspicious.
You're doing
You're doing a good job of blending in. I think I am too, but that's not a normal cat.
Yeah, clearly. Look at its
Yeah.
little weird fur. Brula, I don't mean to overstep, but if we're gonna be running and hiding, you might want to, and I kind of nod towards the Lost Second. Might want me to carry that.
Yeah, I was wondering if you made a good point earlier. What if we try and use it?
The problem is we don't really know how, but we could try.
We could try. It would be a shot. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it could take us to the ends of time, but we've already been there, right? And at least our friends are still tuned up to it. If anything, I think it's worth a shot.
Okay. Okay. Maybe just drop it into my bag, and we'll try to activate it while it's in there, discreetly.
Yes, of course. And Brilla looks around. Are we like in a stairwell or something? Like is...
You're moving through kind of the main roadway.
Okay.
On the 3rd floor here. It's one of the larger roads.
To be fair, I don't think anybody would even know what it is or care. Like the general public is gonna be like, what? They're just, sharing a trinket. So Brilla looks around, grabs the last second, kind of feels it like in her hands for a second, and then places it into Hoof's backpack.
Okay.
And keeps walking.
I'm gonna have Merple reach inside the bag. Merple's in the bag, and try to activate the lost second.
Okay, roll me a
While we're
d20.
As discreetly as I possibly can.
Okay.
Can I give her bardic inspiration?
You can.
6.
I can? Oh my god.
Okay.
Brilla starts whistling a tune.
Does that mean I get to add something?
You will be able to, yeah. I think. Whereas Bardic Inspiration is still an add. It's not the reroll dice anymore, is it?
I think it's just an add, yeah.
It's 1d whatever Elspeth's bardic is right now.
Whatever she's... Whatever level she
1d6 or
is.
1d8.
Oh, gosh, hang on a second. Let me...
I think it's a
see what it
d8
is.
at level
It
5.
is currently a d8, yes.
Okay, so you can add a d8 to that.
Okay, is there an easy D8 roller? Okay, perfect. 8, come on. 5 and 6.
Okay, so 11. Okay. What's the intention? What are you trying to do? I know you're trying to activate it, but like, how are you going about this?
Oh, I
Explain
mean,
this
I
to
feel
me.
like the initial idea was just to zap them out of there somehow with time.
Yeah, I know what the plan is,
Yeah,
but I want to know
yeah.
quite literally how you're activating it. You have an item in front of you that you don't fully know how it works. So, like
Like
you
a
know,
snow globe.
yeah, like what are you doing?
Yeah, I think Merple is just because most of the times that I have activated it, it's like when I'm clutching it close. So I think Merple just does that with one hand and then puts it up against my leg, through the bag so that, nobody can see it, but is trying to activate it by somehow getting close proximity.
Okay.
The fucking music.
You.
Did we make a mistake, Perla?
You get this. Okay, so you're both going to feel something different. Tooth, roll me a d10. Do this first. 7. There's a really bizarre sort of feedback loop that hits you as you attempt to utilize and use this device. You understand a few things about the Lost Second. You understand somewhat how it was made, the things it was made with, material-wise. You understand that it's kind of a Faraday cage. It's an armillary sphere, and it's a sort of astronomical planar instrument that is constantly active. It is constantly the Vianthrosite magical element to it is pretty much running all times. It's either fully active or sort of dormant active. It's never off, right? You also understand that once it was activated by Alden's sort of test, it never shut down again. Or at least you suspect that's probably what happened here, because there's not really much of another explanation. The magic that Merple belongs to, do you know where that comes from?
Like what school of magic, or as in my lineage?
Yeah, as
Or,
in
like-
where you believe lore-wise it comes from. Like, where does your magic draw from? For example, Alinnis draws it from a god.
Right.
Brula kind of draws it from like sound and music and stuff like that. Like, where do you think your...
Is this a tooth question or a PB question?
It can be either if you want.
Okay.
But
Because I don't know if Tooth knows, but I
yeah.
know.
Yeah. You basically, you tell me what you think the answer to this question is, and I'll roll with it.
Okay. Well, Gusteau and Gusteau are, like, lineage-wise, a mix between, dragons and fairy. So at some point in some dark cave somewhere, their weird magic birthed the first Gusteau, so I feel like their magic so wherever their magic comes from, I guess, in this world.
Okay. The feedback loop that you experience is between Murple and just something else, I guess, is the only way that you'd be able to describe this at the moment. You have an understanding, I guess, between you and Murple, and you control Murple. Murple is essentially just like, I'm assuming you kind of move it like one of your hands. It probably like we're moving our hands right now, and we understand how it feels, but it is about as close to psychically moving something around as we can. We're only operating big flesh mags. We're just electric impulses in soup in our brains. That sensation between you and Murple for a second flickers. It might be the first time since you've ever conjured Murple that you completely lose Murple for a fraction of a second. It's just like a severed connection. If you were looking at Murple, which I don't think you guys are, they would vanish. They would flick on and off like a loose connection, electric. You get this feeling that I will allow you to interpret as a feeling or a visual feedback, but you can pick one. You may roll if you want.
Visual, please.
Okay. In that fraction of a second, you witness a place. It looks like a cave. The ceiling, the ground, the walls are kind of like caves that you might have experienced deep underground, but the walls have been mined, and you can tell there are like beams and things that are sitting that are built from something that looks like a dark wood but could be metal, and through the walls you're seeing these pock marks where people have pulled gems out of the wall. The parts of this wall at the far end glitter kind of purple, deep dark purple. At the center of it there's a singular white kind of light that is sparkling and shining. Something turns around and looks at you in this moment, and it kind of looks like a giant rat person, like I guess what you would be looking at would be essentially a giant rat person in kind of ragged looking clothes, covered in muck and grime, milky white eyes, sort of sniffing at the air immediately, and turning their hands around like this. As they turn their hands around, you're looking at where the edges of their hands are, the edges of their fingers are, and where their palm is, there is a sort of an after image of purple arcane magic, as they kind of grab at the air immediately, as if they're reacting instantly. As they do so, you can see overlapped over their hand the visual of what Murple looks like. The image breaks, and your connection with Murple is reestablished. Brula, make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, wisdom for Brula? How cruel.
Don't forget, you have a thing for this.
I do have a thing for this?
You chose your bonus for wisdom, and I remember thinking at the time it should have been Constitution because you're constantly rolling Constitution saving throws.
True.
I think she just got a +1.
For wisdom, it's
Oh,
just
that
it's
could
a
be it.
+0 at this.
Oh, what did you? Yeah, maybe you did get something. What did you get?
I think it was Constitution actually.
No, because I
was it?
remember thinking like, oh man, Constitution would be really good, but I think you chose Wisdom, which is also really good too. But
Yeah,
All right.
you might have.
Is it a saving throw?
This
Or
is a saving throw. Yeah.
wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right.
does
Normal.
anybody remember?
I remember the conversation, but I don't remember what she picked. I thought it was Constitution.
I remember
8.
nothing ever.
This is a fail. You you feel the activation of the lost second. You feel not the activation of the lost second, but you feel an interaction with the lost second as you guys sort of actively try and activate the device to send you forward. And Tooth gets this bizarre feedback, and I think maybe Tooth just it is over the course of the first second of this just like a jolt, like a strange sensation. And maybe Brula, you witness this, you feel it as well. For a moment, it feels as if you are pushed out of your body. You ever see Doctor Strange where he gets like pushed out of his body by the Ancient One or whatever? That is the feeling that you get, but it's not like you're launched all the way out. It's just a brief moment where some part of your being is dislodged from your physical being. The version of yourself that is pushed from your body. In fact, make me a perception check and roll pretty high, please.
Both of us?
You might see this. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, you can do it too.
Oh, I almost got a natural 20.
Would have been good.
14.
14
16.
and 16. I'm going to say you both catch a glimpse of this.
Okay.
Brula's body is kind of pushed back almost as soon as you have that same sensation too. Brula, it just feels like someone has kicked you in the guts. There is this bizarre astral projection as part of Brula is ejected from her body. The thing that comes out of Brula looks nothing like Brula and looks like Brula at the same time. If you close your eyes and imagine Brula as a sort of insect, purple carapace, large sort of covered cockroach head, antenna, wings flickering out behind her, hands that come down and are covered in this thick chitinous layer. It is a fraction of a second as this thing boom, and then is back inside of Brula's body. Brula, you suffer a spell burn, and you jump forward a stage of sickness as well.
I guess you see Brula kind of double over and start coughing on the ground.
Brula, are you okay?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I don't know what happened.
While we're here, can I get 2 d20s from the other 2 as well, because you are attuned to this thing.
Oh no.
Oh no!
It's a
I
15.
got an 11.
And
It was going to be an 18, but your die bumped into mine.
Sorry!
Give me space for my dice.
Okay. We'll come back to you 2 in a minute. The cat is watching you, the 2 of you, and kind of just looking at you. You can only describe it as a sense of gleeful hunger on the expression of this creature that is looking at you too.
Ziska looking at us.
It doesn't matter. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay?
Yeah, it felt weird and I saw something weird, but we could talk about it later. Are you sure you're okay? You look pale and sweaty. Not that that's bad, because I think you always look lovely, but you know, you look a different shade of lovely right now. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm
Okay, can you stand up?
tired. Yeah.
And I don't even hesitate to reach out and actually help you with my hands.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm happy. Okay, ups and daisies.
Oh.
Okay.
And Brula notices you're helping her.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to all the trouble though. Okay, I'm ready. Let's move forward.
That didn't work, and I'm not sure I want to try it again.
Yeah, probably best that we don't.
What choice do we have?
I don't know. I guess we just keep following. And she looks down at the cat. Just keep following the cat.
It starts walking away from you.
Okay.
Tooth, you can make me, I guess, an investigation check. Some form of intelligence check to understand what just happened. Since you're a... kind of an expert. You're the expert of the group, I guess. Yeah, you straight up. You're the one that's been investigating the last second, yeah. In terms of being an expert on the last second, you're nowhere near, which is, I think, part of this result. You understand simply that you failed to activate it. It's the equivalent of a Victorian child trying to understand what an iPhone is, and what happened to you then was a sort of a Neanderthal, like the Cro-Magnon man, trying to play with fire and understand what fire is. You reached out, you touched it, and it's just such a complex and bizarre device. And on top of that, it is functioning poorly. It is misfiring and breaking. So you're aware that that's what happened there. You can sort of forcibly try and activate this thing. You just have no idea how to do it, and failure can have bizarre effects.
Yeah, does this experience and that 18 tell me, have I learned a better way to go about activating it? Do Tooth know, because PB's clearly too dumb?
Let's see. Let me see, because there are rules to this. So you did do a roll prior to that, which was an 11, and then an 18. I don't think it would give you information on what you're doing right. Honestly, I think no. I don't think it would give you, just sort of just randomly shaking it or just trying to interface with it in some way casually is just essentially a massive shot in the dark, is the lesson that you would learn there.
Yeah, I'm thinking back on all the times that we did activate it properly, and I'm just wondering if there's a pattern there that I haven't been able to pick up.
Roll me another investigation check for that. That's a separate check.
Okay. What?
That you can learn from this. I'll give you this. It has just been misfiring randomly. That's all that's been happening. You guys have not activated this thing once in the entire time that you've had
That's
it.
good to know. Okay.
And what you just did was just you interfacing with it.
Do I have any
random.
idea what could help it make it more stable?
No.
I hope it's not like souls or something. It just tried to rip ours out of our body, it felt like. Okay. I'm clearly lost in thought, Brula, as we're walking along, but I still have my hands up and by you, just in case you need to be steadied again. I'm not actually touching you this time, but they're out and ready in case you stumble and fall.
Brula's steady, but you can see that her step is a lot shakier than it was before.
I hate feeling forced to walk into this. I don't know what else to do.
I don't, Isa. And I mean, Sylvia's saying that it's a trap. And that's what Allie said as well, so maybe... I'm not sure what to do. But I know we probably shouldn't activate that again, or at least try to mess with it.
Wait. Is Sylvie still here?
I'm still here.
You
If
said
Rio
it wasn't
needs
the
me, he
Sonic
can
Guard,
call me
right?
back. Right, it wasn't. It was the
Maybe you
Sonic
should
Guard.
get them.
Tell the authorities.
Yeah, and
Uh,
I'll just turn myself in. And
Well-
it'll be enough of a reward and or distraction to get everybody else out of here.
I don't think they were looking for you at all. Just the item. They probably don't
That-
even know you're here.
That's what I mean, Sylvie. The Sonic Guard are looking for me. So
Oh.
you could tell them you found me and exactly where.
Well, where would I send them? I don't know where the cat is leading you.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as you find out, maybe then.
Okay. I've never talked to the authorities in your world. What do I tell them?
Poof, are you sure you want to do this? Maybe we should follow the cat first before jumping into the... throwing yourself at the authorities.
It's the only thing I can think of. It's a trap. They want the lost second. We need help.
Right, but Allie said to follow the cat. Maybe we keep following the cat.
She might not have had a choice what she was saying. They were
Yeah.
trapped in there.
Listen, I have to follow my gut, and if they're in danger, I'm their custodian too. I have to keep their safety in mind, and I'm walking into a trap either way.
Yeah, I understand.
I know how you feel. I'm supposed to be Rio's bodyguard. But he sent me here. I feel like I'm not doing my job either.
Well, we're gonna fix it. Don't worry. In terms of what you can expect, oh gosh, I don't know if you should just tell them the truth or not. We're looking for somebody here, and there's no real way to find them unless we let them know we're here. I look to Brula, and are we getting like closer to this place? Because we're still following this cat.
The cat is leading you through the sort of the main walkways. How well do you know level 3? Pretty well?
What story again? Housing and stuff?
There's
For
a bit
the
of
people who
housing.
live here?
It's mostly like industry.
I'm pretty... Oh, you know what? I think that one of the places that I eat is down here. Because I work upstairs, right? One
Yeah.
more floor?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably like one of the gardens or one of the restaurants that I like is down here. So decently enough, that would make sense.
Yeah, you're about like halfway through the level. You're kind of in the center of this whole place.
Do I have any idea like what comes next?
There's so much stuff down here, it could be taking you anywhere.
Yeah. I also don't think I would have any reason to go anywhere near like housing or anything. So okay. Brula.
Yeah.
I think we have to do this. We're gonna need help.
Yeah.
That's the right thing to do. Okay. Sylvie, when you
Brula
find out
tries
where
to
we are,
protest, and she's just like, but you, and then starts coughing again.
it'll be okay. Sylvie, when you find out where she's taking us, and maybe you should hang back a little bit. But when you find out where she's taking us, you just tell the Sonic Guard you found 2 fingers.
Okay, if you're sure.
I'm sure.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks.
Sylvie zips off back in the direction that you came from, and you guys move forward for a few more minutes before the cat moves down a smaller alleyway. It's more of a thin road than an alleyway. There is less kind of like pulley systems and carts and tramways and things. It's more just Gesto moving predominantly on the right hand side of the road, with other people moving on what would be the left coming towards you. You're much closer.
I take my disguise off. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We're still walking. There's tons of Gesto. I just take my disguise off.
Okay. Just as
Maybe
you're moving
we'll get
along.
lucky, Brula.
Brula looks over like, oh.
That's okay.
Right.
Just, in case maybe the cat saw Sylvie and maybe there's some sort of trap for Sylvie too. Maybe we'll get lucky and someone will recognize me.
Roll me a d20. We'll call it a fate
Damn
die.
it. $16.
Doesn't seem like anyone recognizes you for the next few minutes. The cat moving down the road. You move past a jeweler. It's a decent looking place, but not the best that you would find in Sonentor. It's kind of boarded up, but it seems relatively recent. As you move past that jeweler's, the back, or I guess the building to the side of the jeweler's, is kind of what looks like a warehouse. The entrance to this thing, who knows where. The cat stops and turns and looks at you, and then just walks into the wall and vanishes.
Okay, so probably not your average cat. Can do that.
It's some sort of weird, teleportation type thing. Or maybe the wall's just an illusion.
Yeah. Brula moves forward a little bit and reaches her hand out towards the wall.
Hand goes through.
She looks back at Doof.
Wall ripples a little bit like water.
You're right. Should we go through? Brula pokes her head in. Hang on a second.
All right. Let's switch to the other two at exactly that moment.
The most unsafe course of action you can possibly come up with is the one you commit to.
Yeah.
Just shove my head into it.
Yep.
We return to the other two. In my end of session brain deadedness last time, I'll retcon that instead of Dimension Door, Nysus cast Teleport, because I think that's what my brain was mashing together. I just wanted to end the session and go to bed. And he says Teleport. You see the ruby on the top of his staff activate. And it teleports the three of you out of this room. You reappear in an enormous blue hall. There are parts of the wall that appear to be entirely made of mirror glass. It's so thick that it's reflecting endless versions of the room in on itself over and over and over. There are other parts of the wall that they look kind of like a reflective blue marble, but you can tell that they're more obviously like a stone, a blue marbled stone. Mirror shine smoothness, but not quite as obviously reflective. There are these huge, great golden circles that are inlaid across most of the parts of the floor, with a depiction of the lunar cycle running from one length of the hallway to the other. The ceiling itself is maybe a little over 200 feet up above you, and the width of the hall is well over 100. So you're in this absolutely enormous room. There doesn't appear to be any windows or doors. There's just walls, mirror, marble, reflections of the room, and reflections of yourself. Just off of the center of what this room would be floats another one of Nysus's constructs. You can see Kesper, the last of the constructs, watching you, sort of a cloaked figure, a little larger than Scarlet was, nowhere near as large as Lancelin, wearing a very wide-brimmed hat that's pulled low over his metallic face. The vianthrosite heart at the center of his chest is glowing purple, just like the other ones. There are 4 metallic orbs that are kind of about the size of a baseball, floating around both of his wrists. And he's holding his hands outwards, bringing them closer to him, turning them underneath his body, and just kind of constantly moving. He is 1 or 2 feet off of the floor, and there's a kind of clear distortion of energy around him while he's floating around at the center of the room. Nysus strides into the room ahead of you and kind of does like a twirl and a turn around, his cloak billowing out behind him, a big smile across his painted face, the ruby on the top of his staff dying down after the casting of the spell. And he says, "Ta-da! Welcome to my home away from home. Whatever this is. What do you think?"
You live here?
No,
All? Anytime?
no, never. I bought it so that I could bring you here. It's right underneath the Sonnenguard office.
Oh.
Is this the vacation home you were talking about?
Yes. All yours, if you want it.
All the mirrors come included?
Everything.
I was kind of
Fancy.
expecting to be served tea or something.
We can probably get you some tea. Don't you have tea? Didn't you travel on foot?
I suppose, but I didn't think I'd have to make it myself.
Right. I didn't think you'd want tea. I didn't know what
I
you'd
thought we
want.
were supposed to be your guests.
I didn't know who you were until about 5 minutes ago, so I wasn't sure if you were going to try and stab me. I didn't know. You could have been a pack of wolves.
Well, hopefully we've made a better impression than that.
Yes. I suppose you have. Alright, well, perhaps, take a seat on the floor? No, forget that. I wouldn't go near him. He points towards the construct. He's up to something.
Yeah, what is he up to?
Some sort of magical hoo-ha.
Okay.
Probably not dangerous, but maybe.
Ah. Alright. So what now?
Well, I suppose we wait. He crosses his arms.
Well, I suppose you have us at a little bit of a disadvantage, so if you don't mind, I'd like to... Well, I suppose even if you do mind, I'd like to confer with my companion for a moment, if that's okay?
By all means.
Okay. And Linus turns to Rio and signs to him. And it means if we can't on a tune, we still have to go with him.
Sorry, say that again?
If we can't on a tune, we will have to go with him.
I'm just gonna sign back to her and say, we shouldn't let him touch it at all.
That's all.
About 20 minutes pass. Every now and then, Nysus kind of moves over towards the construct and says something. You know, nothing. You can hear him. He'll just be saying something like, "Are you in there?" And then there's no response from the construct. You don't even see the construct's head moving around. While the eyes of the construct are kind of open, it just appears to be staring dead ahead. Its hands constantly moving around, kind of floats in place, moving a little bit about. But Nysus turns and shrugs and heads over to one of the walls and looks in the reflection of himself, sort of like touches up some of the makeup, smiles, checks his teeth, turns around and looks at you two and says, "You know, you can use these as well to sort out if you wanted to look better."
It's not a bad idea. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Why the fancy getup? Are you a performer?
Oh, this
Stage
whole
actor?
thing. No.
Well, not just the outfit, but the face paint and everything.
Yes. Well, the face paint. You want to know how I got these scars? Underneath here, there's a bunch of horrible skin, which is at best dry and at worst burned and scarred. I was tortured for a long time by a horrible man, and I thought it best to embrace makeup, make myself look a bit more appealing.
I suppose
This is just how I've always dressed. Unless I'm sneaking around at night doing roguish things.
You get up to lots of roguish things at night.
I did, in my youth. Perhaps when I was your age. How old are you? Can't tell all the time with elves.
22.
Thought so. Just a baby.
People say that a lot.
What about you? He looks over at you, Alinus.
30-something.
Oh, you don't look a day over 25.
Thanks. What about you?
What do you think?
It's hard to tell with the makeup,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll be honest, and I'm not trying to flatter you, but I would say you sound like you've seen many things, experienced many things, but I wouldn't say you look particularly old. It's hard to tell. You're hard to place.
You're probably pushing 35 or 40.
Oh, I wish. Long gone.
A lot.
48. I was born in 11,990.
Oh.
I know. Almost
Okay.
impossible to imagine, right?
What do we
figured it-
know that happened in 11,990?
Give me a history check.
It's not going to be good, but I want to know.
Let's all find out together.
Should I also roll this one to see if I know the date?
Go for
I
it if you
rolled
want
a
to.
5.
Sure. Let's see if I'm a student of history. A 13.
13 and 9. 11,990. Not a lot. Not really anything major
Yeah.
going on back then. 11,973 was when the Iceli tribe were wiped out. There was a genocide on this island of Vayfall, and they were taken out by the Invictus Concordians in the north. The Felsenhortians, where you're from, Felsenhort, provided a lot of the weapons for that, but they weren't directly involved. 11,990, nothing of note. Nysus was born. He looks at you again, Rio, and says, 22. I think that was when I joined the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, I figured you had to be at least 40-ish, because you talked about in your youth. So that means you did your thieving in your early 20s. We know you spent at least 5 years looking for Aldrin. And then you've had another, who knows, up to a decade trying to figure out the time travel stuff. You've been at it for a while.
Yes, I have. Yeah, we had 10 years together, Kesper? 10? Decade? Nothing. Ignoring me.
Does he talk to you often, or not at all?
Yes, he's my only living friend. Now,
I understand.
how long have you all been doing your thing? Can't be long with the baby. Points at Rio.
Not very long, no.
What, a year? 2?
Less than that.
Oh, blimey.
Well, it's been about 14 months.
Has it?
Yeah?
Gosh, we missed our anniversary.
Yeah, we did.
We had a lot going on, though.
I know it down to the month because it all seems longer to me, you know, on account of
Oh, I
how young I
suppose.
am.
Hmm.
Ironically, time means very little to me these days.
Is that right?
No,
I have a very messed up concept of time. I don't really know how old I am. Not exactly.
Oh, don't tell me you're an orphan.
Oh, of course. You pegged that right away.
Well,
Surely.
pretty common amongst adventurers.
And pretty common amongst shield maidens, unfortunately.
Hmm. What are they like, you know, behind closed doors? Just
Oh,
as
it
uptight as
depends.
they seem on the outside.
Some of them certainly, yes. Not all of them. But yes, that is definitely a common trait.
Did you ever meet a High Priest Benoit Green? And this is an RP check. I know you can roll me a history check with advantage.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's a nat 20.
Nice. So you would know who this was regardless. The High Priest at the moment, or the High Cleric at the moment, is Clay Kaj, and he is pretty newly appointed after the passing of the previous High Cleric, who was in their like 70s. You would only really probably have dealt with Kaj. He's kind of a well-meaning, calm and cautious sort of leader. Obviously you had your first shield that you were dealing with constantly, but I doubt you would ever have met this person. But you would know some stuff about him if you want it.
Yes, please.
A complete bastard. Everyone hated him. Truly awful. And to the point where a lot of people, I think a lot of, you know, if you and some of the other shield maidens or any other priests, paladins, clerics had a chance to speak while you were training and things like that, the general sort of understanding was that he wasn't even capable of drawing deified energy anymore, so he wasn't really able to cast spells and things because he was so far removed from the tenets of the sanctioned hand and the sort of belief and connection that you probably still need to draw your magic from Rubat Sol, the god of the land. So yeah, like pretty well hated among your order.
Okay, and was he the previous or the...
He was the previous one was Penny IL, very briefly, and he was the one before that.
Right, okay. So I wouldn't have dealt with him, but I've heard of him. Okay.
Yeah, you would have dealt with Penny, and you would have dealt with Kaj.
The next guy, okay. Oh. I never met him, but we had some fun horror stories, you know, when you're in your dorm room at night. Just sounded like he was kind of a bit of a prick, to be honest.
Oh, that he was. I can agree to that.
How do you know him?
Oh, I asked him to bring my friends back to life.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Sounds like he was exactly what we heard.
Awful. Said no straight away. Can you do that? You know, if like somebody falls over dead.
If it's been recent enough, yes. But it has to be pretty recent, unfortunately.
Yeah. Quite strong. I don't have that kind of power.
Have you ever tried to learn? I feel like it's something that could maybe be
Absolutely.
taught.
Yes.
If you maybe find yourself a god that you might believe in enough.
What god would you say I would believe in if you had to guess? And
I'll
he
be honest.
poses again. This is another RP check, and there is a handout.
I know, and I've studied said handout, and I've
Okay.
forgotten everything.
Yeah, you can take a moment here. Because he sort of does a little pose. It's like one of those video game moments where the character just poses and some like 4 options come up at the bottom, and you can grab one of them. And for the sake of just chatting as well for the chat here, I'll I'll read some of the religion things out. The most of the religions here are on a quick guide in my handout that you can grab from the major religions handout. I'll give you the options between these gods. I'll give you a 1 in 4 chance, since we're going to say this is a video game option that comes up underneath him.
Multiple choice?
Yeah. Suril, who is the god of sun and light and justice and renewal. Morlith is the god of death, renewal, and kind of like gravekeepers, one of the old gods. So it's a very like naturalistic order, you know, like this isn't one that is practiced in cities as much. It's practiced kind of out in the wilds. Suril is as close as you can get to kind of Christianity. It's a huge religion, and it's practiced at all different styles and sects all across Faithful. You have Volmir, which is sort of a lightning elephant, another completely, like, it's borderline like a warlock patron, more so than a god, you know, that's worshipped. But generally speaking, people worship this god. And then Bagel Ram, which is the gnomish god of illusion, trickery, and luck.
I kid you not, I picked Bagel Ram, but then I was like, gnomish though?
Other
Before, I
people
was thinking about that
do
from
celebrate
earlier.
it, but it is an old gnomish god more so than anything else.
I feel like Bagel Ram, so I'm actually just going to look at him and say, Bagel Ram?
Bagel Ram? Is it because I'm good at illusions?
Well, I mean, has he actually showed us any illusions? Actual
He was
illusions?
a guesto called Quill, Detective
Oh, that's
Quill.
true. Yes, I suppose that counts as an illusion. I was thinking
Yeah.
disguise, but no, he was actually literally this guesto.
Yeah. We also have the meta knowledge of the prequel where he was completely dressed up as he was illusioned as someone else as well, that he revealed himself
Oh,
to you at
that's
the
true.
end.
That was so long ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I feel like you'd do something completely unpredictable, like be a worshipper of Volmir.
Volmir. Is Volmir
Yeah.
even a god, really? The staff comes down and he turns himself into you, Alinis, and he's standing before you in he's a complete copy of you, and he says, "How do I look?"
Good, but I think you got the scar a little wrong.
Yes. No, Bagel Ram, I'm not. Volmir, no, I need something with more power than that. Also, I had a very particular teacher. I was a student of Morlith. I went all the way out into the middle of the fringe. He kind of just points to one side. You are in the fringe, the desert inside of this tower, but he kind of just points wildly and says, "Absolute middle of nowhere, found an old man, taught me everything I know."
Interesting.
Didn't really help with, he throws a thumb over his shoulder at Kesper. It is at this point that the two of you are hit by just a wild sensation. Rio rolled an 11 and Alinis rolled a 15 on this last second check. And you both experience two similar but different situations. First, we will get, I think maybe a charisma saving throw from Rio.
One charisma save. Coming right up. If I can figure out how to close this window that is in my way. There we go. That is a 14.
Absolutely clear as day image appears in front of you. It is as if you are transported out of this room in a flash and you find yourself at the court of the Grey Queen. You're looking around what looks very similar to you as an area that you would understand. This kind of dark grey building, grey stone upon grey stone, with really deep dark corners, as if the room extends further than it naturally should. but you also have this sensation of sort of traveling in a dream. It's a bit like, you know, when like Frodo puts on the ring and it's kind of all wispy and weird and windy. There's this bizarre sensation that falls over you very quickly. The room itself seems to be empty, but you get the sense that there is a presence in there. The Grey Queen herself is shielding you from something. It isn't a conversation that you have. It is just a simple understanding. The presence of this being has held you in place rather than allow you to be moved against your will briefly. The sensation passes very quickly, but you understand all of this. It is essentially a dome comes down around you, and for a second it would be as if a nuke was about to go off in real life and someone casts a spell and a dome comes down around you. Instead of this nuke hitting you, the dome stops it, and then you find yourself straight back into the blue room again. At the exact same time, Alinis, roll me a d10, please.
Okay. It's a 6.
A 6 is not good.
Oh no.
Roll me a I think this will probably be a strength saving throw, please, and you've got to beat a pretty high number. I'm going to say 16 and be fair.
Okay. Oh! That's a 21.
21. You
Huge, dude.
have the same kind of feeling that Brula has of being kind of pushed out of your body for a moment. It is as if a tsunami hits you, a wave of pressure. Just, you're having a conversation and then a tsunami strikes you. You feel yourself pushed. It takes you a moment to even understand what's happening, and that this isn't your physical body being moved. It is a sensation of being kind of dislocated, spirit and physical form. The bizarre sensation is pulling you kind of away and down, as if you're being pulled down through the ground. So it isn't like you're pushed sideways, it's more so that you're pushed downwards. The feeling is very similar to the same feeling that you get when the Lost Second activates, as you kind of turn over for that sickening moment and then you're pulled through that tunnel. Instead, you're being like dragged and pulled into the Lost Second from a really far away place, but it's wrong. Everything about it is wrong. The strength saving throw here is that your physical body and your training actually will allow your physical hand to reach out and grab your spirit form and pull you back into itself, and then you get this sensation of just like understanding naturally that you did that. And you do not suffer what would have been actual physical damage here. There is a really horrible wave of sickness that washes over you, though. I think you go from standing there, this sensation happens. It is 1 second of time. Same for you, Rio. Rio, you feel completely fine and you understand what happened, regardless of how you react to it in terms of physicality. Alinis, you probably feel so nauseous. It's probably like 100 times car sickness that just hits you in this wave. I think the two of you, regardless of your saves here or what is happening or what feel, you're probably physically going to react. And Nysus kind of just steps back and opens his eyes. There's a moment in him of like I think you get the sense that he thinks you're suddenly going to attack him, and he kind of steps back and grips his staff. The illusion of being Alinis drops instantly, and his eyes kind of widen, and then he actually does kind of look a little concerned or confused for a moment as the two of you kind of instantly return to your bodies here.
Yeah, I think I react by... Have you ever approached the bottom of a staircase and there was another step that you didn't know about? Yeah. And you take the step and you land and you're fine, but there's that really disorienting kind of there was another step there. That's kind of Rio's reaction of just like he lost his balance, and I kind of stumble for a second and then straighten back up and go,
Are you all
Let's-
right?
I'm fine. I don't feel great. I don't know. I don't feel very well. I'm okay though.
What's happening to you both?
I don't think you'd believe me if I told you.
I've seen a lot.
I was called back to the other world briefly. But I don't know why.
All right. Which other world?
I don't know the name of it. The Shadow World. The place that I was taken several months ago.
Oh fuck, you're some sort of planar traveler.
Yeah.
That's rare.
I guess so.
Right, well, what happened to you? You going with him?
Linus, what? Are you okay?
I don't know. And Alina's just kind of sways on her feet and is gripping her stomach, but I think she looks quite concerned because this has never happened before. Because her connection to her own body and her connection to the earth is so important to her and to her religion and to the way she conceptualizes that she looks really concerned because she doesn't actually know what's going on this time.
I think I look kind of not quite. I one step below hostile because I look up at Nysus now, like I think he did it, and then I turn to the other guy, like, did he just cast something on us? I don't say anything, but I think the way I'm looking around is like telegraphing, like, what did you just do to us?
Nysus kind of cocks his head at you. You look over at Casper and Nysus says, "You didn't do that, did you?" Nothing from him. I don't think this was him. You can tell when he's doing his stuff. It's rather different. You're not pulling a fast one on me, are you? Hold on. Stay right there. I'm going to do an insight check. And he cocks his head at you and rolls his own little insight check on you.
Hope we can figure it out.
He rolled a 2 and he says, "I have no idea what's going on here. You are an odd pair."
Hey, you're telling
Thanks.
me.
Maybe I'll just sort of step back a few feet. He takes a step back from you both.
I have genuinely no idea.
How long does the sickness feeling last?
I think roll me a D60 and we'll call that the amount of minutes.
D60?
Yeah, /R space 1D60.
Whoa.
18 minutes it'll last. For that 18 minutes, I think you guys maybe kind of posit a couple more things. Nysus kind of a small back and forth with you just about what that was about. And then you see a cat walk in through one of the walls in the sort of towards the back of the room. A cat just walks in at the back of the room and stops. And Nysus turns around very slowly and looks and says, "Oh, look, there it is, Mara." He's a bastard of a thing. Completely useless to me, to be honest, except for when I need to sort of see someone else, which is quite useful if I know where they are, which luckily for me, I did know where your comrades, your party were. And your little friend. He points to you, Rio. He says, "Well, let's just see how long it takes them to figure it out." And then he turns around and crosses his arms and just stares at the wall. Again, lots of reflections. A few moments later, Brula's head just comes through the wall.
I think Alina's immediately grabs Rio's arm and goes, "Am I hallucinating? Has it got worse?"
No, that is Brula's head on a wall.
I don't know if that's better.
At this point, it's kind of normal. Hi, Brula.
She sticks her hand through. Hi!
Hi.
I think we're in the right place. And she...
Alina's burps.
Okay, so I think Poof is out here too. We were looking for you guys, so we're glad that you're here.
Is Nysus not like standing right there?
Nysus is, yeah. So Nysus is between you and Brula. He's probably like 3 feet ahead of you, with Kasparov in the center of the room to your, we'll call it, well, I guess we have to do north, east, southwest. We'll say that you're on the west side of the room. Kasper is in the center of the room, and these guys' heads are poking in from the northwest side of the room, about 20 feet away from where you guys are. Nysus has just got his arms crossed, and he looks at Brula, and then he looks back at you two, and then he looks back at Brula. Did you want to come in, darling? Oh, she's gone. Do you think that they think that you're not real?
I just shrug and say, you got the 2 normal ones here. With those 2, you never know what's going on.
You two are the normal ones.
Believe it or not.
Roll for normalcy.
Don't believe you made us do that.
I say, normal's a bit of a stretch, but compared to those 2, sometimes, yeah, I feel like we are the normal ones.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's wait and see how long it takes for them to figure out that they can just walk through the door.
Oh,
It's
I think she
hidden.
knows.
It's hidden from the outside. It just looks like a wall.
You mean they're in there, Brula?
Yeah.
You saw them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can we
who
hear
else
them
is in
from
there with them?
inside?
I don't know. But there's definitely people in there, and they are both in there for sure.
I stick my head in.
Oh, don't you look different?
Oh, it's you, who also looks different, but not different. But different. And, what else do I see in here?
You see this giant blue room, reflections upon reflections upon. It's kind of a bit like the first time you look in, it's a little disorientating. It's kind of like those fairground mirror hall rides things where there's just like reflections upon reflections. Where the parts of the room are marbled, it breaks it up enough for you to be able to understand what you're looking at first, and you can quickly make out that maybe 20 feet away from you is Nysus. A few feet behind him are Brula, Alinis and Rio, and they seem to just be casually standing there. They don't look like they're restrained or they're trapped or they're freaking out or anything. There is also kind of, with its back to you, another construct kind of floating in the air, wide-brimmed hat.
And where's the cat?
The cat is about 5 feet in the room, facing Nysus, sitting still. Just dead ahead of you. If you poke your head in, it's just down on the ground 5 foot ahead.
Alinus burps again and says, "Doof, I have the bibbles."
Okay. I stick my head back out. Brula, they're in there, but they're not restrained or anything. Honestly, the only thing missing is tea.
Okay.
What do you want to do? I don't have a good feeling either.
Just give them a second. I think they probably think it's a trap, and they're second guessing coming in.
I mean, it kind of is a trap. We
Well, I
can't
mean, yeah, it
really say that it's
blatantly
not.
is a trap, but like they're probably trying to figure out if it's like the kind of trap that's gonna go off the second they walk through the door, or like.
Do you think
know,
it's
like
a trap that's gonna go off as soon as we walk through the wall?
I don't know. That's why I haven't gone fully through yet.
Okay, well,
But I don't seem that worried about it, so...
should we wait for Sylvie to go?
Speaking of Sylvia, Rio, can you hear me yet? Yes? Where are you? I'm 100 feet directly above you. I had to keep getting closer till you could hear me. Actually, Brad, is the roof of this place less than 100 feet?
The roof is... Hold up. I wrote it down for you. You're welcome. And then I went away from that part because I was like, I don't need this anymore because I've already said it.
How huge of a building are we in?
It's pretty tall. I think I said it was 100 feet up. Might be 200. The ceiling is 200 feet. A little over.
Okay. In that case, she wouldn't be above it. She'd have to be hugging a wall and like flying around the outside of the building until she finds a spot that's within 100 feet of me, which I assume we're not standing that far from the entrance. But like at some point, the voice would come through when she finds a spot outside, and would say, "I'm outside. Toof told me to go get the Sonnenguard. Should I do that?" Would they even be able to get in here? Honestly, it might not be a bad idea, but how would you get them here? Well, Toof said to alert the Sonnenguard that I found 2 fingers. Maybe... maybe... Alright, fine, do it. But implicate the other guy. Tell them that the man with the painted face is harboring 2 fingers. Okay. And she flies off.
Zips off. Okay.
And tell them how to get through here with the fake wall. and then she's off.
I don't see her anymore. She's gone. Maybe she's already gone to do the deed.
We can only hope. Should we go through?
I guess so. I poke my head in again. You haven't hurt them, have you? And there isn't a trap that's gonna go off the second we walk through here, is it?
Probably not.
Probably.
Are you poking through the wall where you can see us?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna wave and say, "Yeah, we're still alive in here too. We're no fighting."
Are you real? Say something only real would know.
Toof, 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 toof.
Okay, and I'm saying okay as I'm pulling my head out. I think it's definitely them. It's not an illusion. We can go in.
Okay.
Incredible.
Okay. Okay.
The funny thing is that probably would mean nothing to the other 2.
Yeah.
No, I'm like,
It's only ever been in our heads with telepathy when we've done this.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I walk through.
Okay. Brula?
Rula's like, and does the same thing. And hold her breath and step through.
You step through. The cat takes like 2 or 3 steps and just kind of vanishes. Nysus kind of takes a few steps towards you and says, "Aha! I finally have you all in my trap."
Seems like
Oh,
nothing's
no.
really changed since a couple of minutes ago.
You'll
I
see
look
that
around as if waiting for a bomb to go off.
I'm not going to do anything to you unless you do something to me. So don't try anything.
Don't get too close to me. I might throw up on your shoes. That's the only thing.
Yes, and it wasn't my fault. I did nothing to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's telling
Is
the
that
truth.
true?
I think he's telling the truth. I don't know what happened. Linus just got really sick out of nowhere.
Okay. But he didn't hurt you otherwise?
No.
No.
What kind of trap is this? Are you even good at this? What's going on?
Well,
This
it
is
did
a
take
weird-
you a little while to get in.
Okay, that's fair, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just an illusory door.
No, we do that. We were just wondering about the, trap. Because this clearly is, right?
Well, it's sort of a half trap, half meeting room. Let's fill you in on what's going on. First of all, I should formally introduce myself to you two. And it's Toof and Brula. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can call you Old Wooden Spoon or something, but I don't think that's your name.
Toof is fine.
My name is Nysus, and I'm the head of the Blue Thieves Guild. And I've been looking for you, and I found you finally, and I wasn't quite sure what you were going to do and who you were and whether you would be aggressive or something, so I came up with a little plan that was entirely designed to ensure that myself and my close personal friend Kesper were very safe from any sort of danger. And That's what I did, which involved kind of semi-arresting those two and then bringing them here and then asking them to politely bring you here, which they've done.
Wait.
What?
That was you?
Oh, yes, my apologies. I was pretending to be Detective Quill, who, as I understand, is looking for you.
Oh, no.
It's not good.
Yes,
Oh,
I don't
no.
think you're in trouble. I think he's trying to see if you're okay, actually.
Oh, why?
Oh, well, because he was worried that you'd hurt yourselves when your device activated.
Oh.
We did go missing right in the middle of a public area. Probably caused a bit of a stir. But then again, it's a carnival out there, so maybe that sort of thing happens all the time?
Yes, I utilized that.
I mean, now it's only a matter of time before
Awful.
they find us.
What's the matter? Are you all in trouble with the law? But, like, for real?
I don't think so.
Not a lot, probably.
Yeah, dude with the world's worst poker face.
I'm incredibly wanted, so you're in good company.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of the
Like-
greatest thieves on all of Solmira, probably.
Are you
Tooth's always
really?
wanted to go to prison.
That's
I have
true, because
wanted
we
to-
went to prison without them.
Oh, it's
Do you
awful.
think if they were to find us in here all together with you, not being clearly trapped or at all, it looks like all that's missing is tea, do you think that we would be implicated in whatever you were doing and that they'd send us all to prison together?
They wouldn't catch me, it's fine.
Why
They
not?
might catch you. They haven't caught me now, and they've never caught me up until now, so they're not...
Wait, you just gonna leave us here? While you escape?
Yes.
And then
What?
come
Well, at
after
least
us
he's
again?
honest
I don't
about it.
understand.
What do you think our relationship is? This is a business meeting.
It is?
Yes. We're coming to terms to determine precisely how much you would like for your device. That's actually my device. That you accidentally stole, which admittedly upset Lancelin, and he got a little hot-headed, and he came running after you, and we did say, well, let's go and get it, and then he did try and do it his way, which is break down a wall and violently assault everybody until he gets what he wants. He's sort of a bull in that way, but you dealt with him, which I'm choosing, as this is a business meeting, to push down with all of the other traumatizing things that I've pushed down over the years.
I would like to point out that we did preserve him as well.
Yes, I want to get to that in a moment. And also, Scarlet was very upset that you killed Lancelin, and she's even more hot-headed, and she went running off without anyone knowing. Isn't that right, Kesper? Oh, right. I don't know what he's doing, by the way. I assure you, it's probably safe. We'll find out. So, that wasn't like my orders or anything, because you're probably thinking, oh, it's him. Oh, we've heard about you, head of the Blue Thieves Guild, used to own an auction house, stolen everything that needed stealing, got away with it. Well, yes, that is me.
I've actually never heard of you.
I
I'm
can't
sorry.
possibly
I'm not
believe
saying
that
to
to be
be
true.
mean.
Well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you know me
Just
by
means
a
you're
different
really
name.
Good at your job.
Right.
Maybe I do know you by a different name. What are your names? I'm kind of curious now how famous you are. I'm just stalling for time, clearly.
Do you have the little silver cages that belonged to Lancelin and Scarlet?
No. We
Oh.
don't.
Well,
I
why did you say you
definitely-
did?
Huh?
You said you had the thing that...
I didn't say that.
What did you say?
Me?
One of you said something a minute ago, and I
we
said we'd get back to
preserved
it.
them.
Yes,
So
what is
we-
it? How did you preserve them?
We preserved, at the very least, the hearts, but I thought we also took the silver thing.
I mean, we may have, but I definitely. I mean, they're empty.
Give
There's
me an
nothing in
insight check, Tooth.
Shit.
In the midst of all this, Brula kind of waddles over to Helenis and looks up at her and is like, "Hi."
Are you okay?
I was about to ask.
20.
Oh, you're doing okay.
I don't feel so good, but otherwise I'm fine. Before you resolve that, I'd like Elinus to say, quietly but not trying to hide that she's saying it, to Brula in Dwarvish. He said he was gonna kill you. I had to bring you here.
I understand. I'm glad that we found you.
And she puts her arm around Brula's shoulder.
You can feel Brula, like, considerably a little wobbly.
When you say they're empty, Tooth, you recognize the most tiny little flinch in Nysus visually, and he says, "Could I look at them, at least? I don't care about the hearts. You can keep those. They're useless."
I look to Rio and Allie.
I look back at Tooth and say, we should show him. My offer of an olive branch was to return his friends to him, but I thought it was the hearts that we needed. If it's that the other thing, maybe we didn't preserve them right. I don't know. I'm not a necromancer or a mechanic or whatever. However you do that. I pointed Kesper. However
Yes.
you do that.
It was very difficult. Great
I
difficulty
will
is how.
Take them out then. I think we only got the one, if any of them.
I feel like you did as well. This is why I asked.
remember him saying it was. I got the distinct impression that whatever was in there is gone now, and so I was like, okay. And then I don't think I took it. I think I only took the hearts.
I'm pretty sure if you didn't take the heart, or sorry, the silver thing, than I did with Scarlet.
Yeah.
With Lancelin,
I don't think we did with Lancelot. I didn't
No, I
see
think you just took
anything
the
like
heart
that
with
with him.
Lancelot.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Brad even mentioned like a silver cage from
No.
Lancelin.
I don't think you found Lancelin's one, but I do
No.
think you found Scarlet's, and I think it was like a little bent and broken.
Yeah, it was, I think.
Yeah,
My memory of it.
And-
I remember
and I do
telling you to
believe-
add it to someone's.
yeah, and I believe I took it.
Okay.
But it probably ended up in the bag of holding with most of our other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you want, I could just reach it and pull it out
Yeah.
with Merple. Merple comes out and holding it.
Would you mind ever so much if I could just have it? I promise nothing will happen. All it does is house a soul of a very close person that you love more dearly than your own life.
And you let them go?
I don't let them do anything. They're people. They can do whatever they want.
Are you their custodian?
No, I don't think I am. I don't think they have any custodian. I don't think anyone controls them, just like no one controls me.
Well, right now, I'm going to say I am, only because narratively it's in my bag. Right now, it's me. So, are you saying that you will take custodianship over your friends? I'm assuming that you will.
Are you talking about the little silver thing?
And I look so offended and hurt. Yes.
Right. Oh, of course. Yes. I suppose so. I mean, I certainly won't let anything happen to it. Especially if my friend is still in there. And how does
Okay.
that work?
What do you mean?
Well, this is a soul cage, so... Is that 2 people to you, or 1?
It's
And-
one.
Oh. Whose soul cage is it?
It's, what was her name? Sorry.
Scarlet.
Scarlet. It's from, but did she say that? Do we know her name was Scarlet?
She did announce
Okay.
and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They both did.
That's Scarlet.
Right. Now, before Scarlet was in there, it was just a little silver cage. And is that... That's its own person, right? In your culture?
Potentially, it depends if its purpose was always to hold Scarlet.
I assume so.
I also assume so. So it's always been a part of Scarlet.
But
Even though she
before the
didn't know
soul
it
was
yet.
in there,
It was still hers.
would you care about it?
Of course.
Hmm.
Wouldn't you care about the thing that was going to one day hold your friend?
Maybe. I
Of course
suppose.
you would.
If I knew it was going to, yes. If I just thought it was some little silver bauble on a shopkeep's door, then I wouldn't even look at it twice.
Well, that's the difference. I know that every single thing has a purpose.
It's usually to make me more money. Not this one, though.
I bring Merple a little bit closer. I don't want to set this thing on the ground.
He
I
holds
also
his hand
don't
out.
want Merple to get. I know, but I don't want Merple to get too close to him. Okay, and I hesitate. It's very visible, but then I bring it over and I slowly lower it into his hands because he's got both out, right?
Yep. He holds his
Yeah.
hands out. He's got like his cane balancing between his wrists as he holds his hands up, but he holds his hands out. The red ruby is kind of pretty large, and as you get closer to it, you can see your reflection in it. It's really
I
huge. It's
think
an enormous gem.
I hold a clawed hand up to my mouth and I mumble something, almost like a prayer. Probably in. Hold on. Bestow. Hold on. Yes. And then I drop it. And by
Thank
drop
you.
it, I mean place it gently into his hands.
He takes
And
it.
then
He
Merple
kind
comes
of
back.
looks it over and says, "It doesn't look like it's in very good condition."
No, we did our best.
Well, let's hope my friend
She
Soul
wasn't
is
really
stable.
the talkative type.
Casper, can I just put this near you? Can you figure it out? What do you think he is doing? Look at him.
I would like to actually check that. Do
Yeah,
I
same.
have any idea what he could possibly be trying to do, cast, or is it magic or is it something else?
Give me Arcana checks if you want to know. As you do that, Nysus sort of skips over towards where Casper is. There's this kind of a field, almost like a dome around him of distortion. It's almost like a heat mirage more than anything, but there are wisps of purple that every now and then kind of move through this dome. Nysus just steps into the dome and gets very close to where Casper is floating, and then he looks up and then places the silver cage just on the ground in front of where Casper's floating feet are, and then turns around and skips back out and says, "I'm sure he'll get to that when he's done," and walks back over towards you.
What is he doing?
I have no idea. Let's see if you can figure it out. Who rolled what?
I rolled a 16.
12.
Sorry, what did you ask us to roll? Was it
Arcana, yeah, if you want to try and figure out what he's up to.
Sure. I have no idea what he's doing.
Wow. Yeah, natural one. Okay,
He's doing magic.
yeah.
Thank you.
Figured it out.
All right, who else has rolled? What do we
I
got?
tried to roll. I don't know if it showed up.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Mm.
You are bugged.
I saw the dice
What was that?
land, but then nothing happened.
You know what the number was?
It was a 4.
All right, well.
Can I lie and say it was a
Sweet.
20? But
Thanks, my love.
We'll,
Always got my
Sorry.
we'll
back.
take a 4. You've got to roll pretty fucking high to be able to understand what he's doing. So who got that 16? Alynis.
that was a
You've been watching him for some time. He's doing something with these metallic orbs that are floating around his wrists. Every now and then, you see that he sends 3 of them a little further out from his wrists, and one of them rolls over his palm, and then you see it kind of enveloped in purple energy. And as he does so, that's when the purple energy runs across the field outside of him. You get the sense that, in fact, actually, roll me an insight check.
Okay. That's not insight. Sorry, I almost rolled a completely different check. Ah, come on. Oh! That's a 19.
You get the sense that
Tower
he's
of
like kind of just thinking, or like working on something, or like calculating something. It's almost like he's just sitting in a corner studying. He's just doing his homework while you guys are all chatting, but he's completely like, he just doesn't have any real idea that anyone else is in the room, is the sensation you get. Or at least you're so kind of like low down on his periphery that he doesn't seem to be.
The orbs that are like rotating, he sends 3 of them out a little bit further away. Are they always the same 3 and then
No,
the same one?
different.
Or
He's moving through each one in like a rotation.
he's scanning
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is there any sign that he's looking at them, or is it? Does it seem because he's kind of a construct that it's like maybe mental or something? Like
Yeah,
that?
no, he looks like it's more like an old like monk or something that's just hyper focused and in a state of meditation and zen. It doesn't immediately seem like, it's not like it doesn't seem like he's working on something to just suddenly like attack you. I don't think you get the sense that it's like a dangerous thing. He just seems like he's in his own little world.
How long has he been doing that?
Oh, he does that like I would say most of the time. I can snap him out of it if you want, but he doesn't like it. And I feel like it's not worth it. I think every time he does this, he gets just a little better at what he does.
You don't know what that is, though?
He's working on something.
Okay.
He's a mage. Have you ever met a proper mage, like a proper scholar, like the ones from that stupid school? They work on their books.
On passing.
And they just shut themselves away and they figure out how where do you think all these spells came from? Someone had to make them up. They had to figure out the weave. I think he's doing that.
Odd to me.
He's very smart and he doesn't need to sleep anymore. Every party
Holy
needs a proper
shit.
mage. You okay?
Doesn't that denote like a ridiculously high-level wizard? I think I just shat my pants, bro.
And it's actually a really low-level warlock perk you can get to never sleep. So it
Yeah,
could be that.
but for a wizard, it's really high, right? Or I mean, that could be also, before.
Might just be because he's a
5.0.
construct.
Oh, that is also
It
true.
might just
I
be a
immediately
mechanical
was like,
body.
holy shit, any wizard
I
that
was
doesn't
with
need
you.
to
I
sleep
was like-
anymore is like level 9+.
Does he wish he could sleep?
I don't think he really wishes for anything anymore. When he was more fleshy, he had wishes.
I
think
mean, your other friends had wishes, but were they... Did they feel anything? Like, truly, emotionally feel anything? Do you know?
When they were alive, or...
No, I mean,
I brought
when
them
we
back.
met them.
Oh, yes, well...
Other
Scarlet
than
and
rage.
Lancelin were practically the same as they were in life, except, metal.
Okay.
Practically the same people.
Has he always been like
Kesper,
this?
I think he just sort of got a whiff of something greater and began
How long ago
aspiring.
did that happen?
He's been like that since he was like this.
Oh.
Got to be coming up to 10 years. Another 10. 20 together in total, eventually. And you've been together for a year or so.
A year and 4 months. Or
Can you
however
imagine?
much it was.
Do you like each other?
Yes, of course. What kind of question is that?
Well, not every adventuring party does. Sometimes they just get together as a matter of composition. Get a barbarian and a fighter and a rogue and a mage. Get a cleric and a rogue and a warlock and a fighter. There's always some combination of something like that.
I've always just traveled with people that I fancy traveling with, and never gave it much thought beyond that.
Oh, he
I
hates the three of you. Nysus says, looking away.
I look to Brula and mouth, what the fuck is happening?
Elenis just nudges Rio and says, "No, he doesn't."
While he's looking away, I want to turn to Tooth and just make this gesture. Like he never shuts up. Just flapping the gums.
That's good though.
Can you imagine being together for 10 years, the four of you?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Quite easily.
Kinda.
Do you think
All
your
okay.
bond would grow stronger, or do you think you'd start to hate each other?
Anything can happen.
Oh, she hates the rest of you as well.
Brula, you're muted. Sorry.
What kind of questions are these?
I'm curious.
I don't know, but Elenis definitely hates us with that answer.
She nudges Rio again. Only a little bit more forcefully this time in the ribs.
Go!
What about this one? Points at Tooth.
What
Do you
about
like
me?
them?
Yes, of course.
How much?
I'm their custodian. And they're
Really?
mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would you give them a high five with your real hand?
Yes.
Go on then. Prove it.
I don't need to prove anything to you.
Good. Imagine you were together for 20 years then. Do you think you would love each other? Whether it be family or more?
Yes.
Why not?
That's how I feel
Ah.
about my friends. And that's why I need this device. That's why I commissioned it from Alden.
What are
So,
you gonna do with it?
I'm going to go back in time and I'm going to stop them from being fucking killed.
And I open my mouth to be like, that's not how it works. And then I go, oh, I don't know if I should do that. And that's why I just shut my mouth again. Then why did Alden risk his life to keep it from you, if that's all you wanted to do with it?
I don't bloody know. Did he really risk his life to keep it from me?
You killed him.
I didn't kill him. Lancelin killed him.
Your friend, your family, your lover killed him.
Correct.
And you're saying you didn't know or you didn't want that to happen?
I was there and he was being rather annoying.
Annoying how? Not telling you our location?
Yes, or how it worked, or whether he could make another one, all that sort of
Okay.
thing.
Well, why did he risk his whole being to stop you from having it then?
I have no idea. I was hoping that you might tell me. I paid for the bloody thing. I asked him if he could
Doesn't
do it, he
matter.
said he could. Well,
Doesn't matter.
so you of all people should understand possession.
Oh, I do.
So what
did.
is theft possession?
So, Alden made it, right? With his own two hands. It's his device until he hands over custodianship. And he didn't give it to you.
But what if it was my idea and I asked him to make it?
No?
And he
You're
said
not
yes.
the one who made it.
Well, that
You're not
doesn't
the one
seem
who made
fair. What about all the time and effort that I put into getting him the materials and paying for everything and figuring it out with him?
Well, you made an agreement and he didn't want to keep it, but that doesn't mean that the item that he made is yours.
Okay,
That's different.
let's make an agreement now then.
What? To just hand over custodianship to you?
Yes, please.
No.
Why not?
Because Alden
Because we
said
don't
not
want
to.
to.
Why not?
I just glanced at it very intentionally at Elenis. Like,
Yeah.
there we go.
Because Alden died trying to protect this device from you
Yeah,
for whatever reason.
That's the thing. All I'm hearing about is, how people keep dying around you. For some reason, if you're the common denominator, I don't think we're going to hand over something that is this precious. Somebody who keeps losing the lives of all of their friends.
I squeeze Brula's shoulder quite meaningfully. Not
Everyone-
too hard, but
Does die around me, but you killed 2 of them.
Because they
They did
attacked
attack
us. What the hell?
You still killed them.
Yeah. and I'd do it again.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry in advance.
How about this? What do you want in exchange for it? Doesn't have to be gold or lavish things. I can get you a boat or something, but what do you want, a promise? You want to look into my soul?
I have a
See
question.
if I'm worthy? Yes.
I mean, I'd love to look into your soul and see if you're worthy, but
Go right
anyway,
ahead.
I don't know how to do that.
Question.
Staring into his eyes now.
He
I
rolls them.
look at Tooth very intently, but I don't say anything. And then I look back. We don't understand how it works. Not really. I don't think anyone really does. I understand you can figure it out. Great. I believe you. However, I don't think even you fully understand what you'd be getting yourself into. And I once again sign the same sign to Rio, which is, if we can't on a tune, we go with him.
Can I try some weird twisty bullshit, Brad? Feel free
Yeah.
to say no.
Well, you tell me what it is and we'll see.
I
You can do
want
anything
this-
you want, but, you know.
I want to use my Gesto identify, like I do on objects, on him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Read out
Because
to
he said, "Would
me
you
how
like
it
to
goes.
value me?"
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah. Well, the actual spell says that you can use this on a creature or an object. One creature or object. You touch an object, blah, blah, blah. If the object is a magic item, blah, 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 blah. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn which ongoing spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
You have to touch him.
But before you said Merple could do it.
Yeah, but you still have to physically touch him.
Yeah.
Are you trying to do that?
Well, if he says, do you want to weigh my soul and see if I'm worthy? I mean, that'd be a start.
Okay. So you're sending Merple over invisible to touch him.
No, she's been visible the whole time.
Okay. So you're sending Merple over visible.
Yeah. Yeah.
As soon, like, he's talking to Alinus and sees Merple floating over towards him and says, "Are you? No, get that away from me."
Oh, okay. I mean, do you want me to judge you and see if you're worthy? Look into your soul or whatever?
How are you going to do that with this thing?
It's going to touch you.
And do what?
Magic.
Okay, but only if I get to cast a spell on you afterwards.
That's not how this works.
Okay, well, that's the agreement.
Okay, but your offer was, what do you want in exchange? Do you want to see into my soul and judge if I'm worthy? And I said that'd be a start.
How are you doing
That
that?
doesn't mean you get to cast a spell
All right,
on me.
fine. You can do it, but you have to
Literal child.
give me. You have to give me something of yours,
I don't have to do anything.
just as a
What,
sort
give
of
you something what? What
just
kind of
a
something?
deposit.
Of what?
I don't know, something that you don't want to lose. So if you do some fuckery,
Deposit?
then you lose it.
Okay. I'm not going to do any
Collateral.
fuckery. I'm not going to do any fuckery.
Right, but I don't trust
You were
you.
the one that made the suggestion. If you don't want to do it, that's fine.
All right, fine. I changed
You
my
know,
mind.
I do have a thought. They're rare, but I do sometimes have one.
Mm-hmm.
Alinus, you were a shield maiden. Don't the shield maidens interrogate people with a spell that makes you tell the truth? Don't you know that spell?
Oh yes, do it to everyone.
I don't know that spell.
You kind of do, actually. It's a cleric spell. Zone of Truth is level 2 cleric spell.
No, I understand that, but I have not prepared that spell, is what I mean.
Yeah, you might not have it prepared, but you didn't know it. It would just take you
Yes,
time.
no, I
yeah.
do know it, but I don't have it right now, is what I mean.
But you could cast it as ritual, can't you? If you take the
Can
10
you?
minutes?
Is it a Does it have the ritual tag?
Let's
I
find
don't know.
out.
It's a little. I forget
This
what it
would be
looks like.
awesome if you could.
Let me see. Level 2 spells. Cleric spells, Zone of Truth. It does not have the ritual tag.
Oh, go
So
then.
you'd have to actually prepare the spell.
I don't think that's going to work because I'm a mechanical question that is unrelated to this because I don't think it would work this way. But if you I assume you can only prepare spells when you do your daily preparations.
Yeah. You need to. Is it a long
And then
rest
you
for a
would've taken
cleric?
a long rest.
Yeah,
I assume it is.
normally you'd prep them on a long rest, but
Yeah.
I don't know, if we had a couple of hours of downtime, maybe the DM would allow us to take a dedicated like if you could convince Nysus to sit here for 3 or 4 hours while you prep the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like where your thought is at though. I was just like, oh, this is a really bad time to say that I have some other spells prepared.
No, I was just thinking, Zone of Truth solves so many problems in this setting. All the
You
police
know what?
investigations, stand in the circle and tell us the
Can
truth.
I ask, because I've now signed in front of him multiple times, do I get the impression that he has not understood what I've said and he's not really cared that I've been
Yeah,
communicating
you
with?
you get the impression he's watched you do it. He knows what you're doing in the same way as anyone might notice.
I'm not
recognize
trying to
sign
hide
language.
it either. It's
Yeah.
just, okay.
But he doesn't seem particularly perturbed by it. It's literally just as rude as you think it would be in this situation. Like he's
Yeah,
seen it
talking
and-
a different language in front of someone on purpose. Yeah. Okay.
You did it with Dwarven as well, and
Yeah.
he reacted the same way.
Okay.
But he's not massively reacting in any negative way to anything that you're doing. You guys are doing little things here and there, and apart from maybe when Merple was getting very close and he reacted a little bit, or when you guys had the reaction to the lost second activation, semi-activation thing, he'd kind of step back from you. He's a little jumpy, expecting you to pull some shit, but for the most part seems pretty much just like, they're talking.
I'd like to pull some shit.
Okay.
I want to activate my horde sense, please.
Okay. What does it do again? Read it to me in words.
Yes, let me pull it up. I'm pretty sure it tells me where the magic shit in this room is. Effects. Where did we put this?
It's probably on your
Features?
yeah, or it's on your just your skills page because
Art page?
it's part of your Gesto lineage, species traits. So
Yes, Gesto.
yeah, look.
Horde sense. As a bonus action, you have advantage on wisdom, perception, and intelligence investigation checks within 90 feet made to locate hidden objects, caches, or valuables, but not to notice creatures or traps. That's very important.
All right, yeah, you can make a perception or an investigation check right now.
Okay. $16.
And this is just a general sonar, or are you specifically seeking
I'm-
something?
In this room, I want to know, like, kind of what he has or what this other guy is working on. Like, I just want to know how much magic is in this room, really. Or if he has anything hidden somewhere.
Yeah, this isn't a detect magic thing. This is just
Nope.
can you sense hidden objects, caches, or significant value to
Valuables.
things?
Yeah.
You actually get the sense that there isn't any hidden valuables and caches and things like that. This place, this room, this hall, whatever it once was, probably was quite valuable and probably is quite valuable in the sense of like, it's a big room and it's beautiful in here. So, you could sell it as a piece of real estate and it would be worth a lot. But you don't get the sense that there's like a hidden room, a vault under the ground or anything like that. I think
What about his, like, cane or something?
the thing of significant value in this room that isn't something that you guys have is the construct and several of the elements that are putting them together, which you already kind of understand. And the staff in his hand is wildly powerful and valuable. Other than that, it's kind of it.
Why do you have that look on your face, Toof?
No reason. No reason. And I have the bibbles immediately. I like that. No reason. Aye, that's a lovely staff you have.
Oh yes, it really is. It's called the Staff of Power. You
What
might
does
have
that
heard of
mean?
it. I think it's in the Dungeon Master's Guide. You should check it out. There's a library
Okay.
nearby.
Right now?
No.
Can I roll to see if I know what that is?
Yeah, you can roll me history checks. Anyone that wants to.
Could I argue that because I was an appraiser, that I might have advantage of knowing such of an item?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Okay.
I'm
History,
gonna
you
roll,
said?
but I don't think I'll know.
I'm not going to roll because
Yeah,
Rio would
same.
have no idea what.
Yep.
He's not a magic scholar.
I rolled a
Excellent.
6.
10.
Linus, you might have heard of it, but it's up to you. If you did, it's like a passing conversation you had with someone once.
I don't think she's heard of it.
Tooth, you probably have heard of it, but I don't know if you're entirely sure of what it does. It's a very powerful staff that, as far as you're aware, and this would probably be something to do with your connections in Felsenhort more so than Sonnentor. But maybe you can determine however you wish. Yeah, this item is a very famous item that went missing 30 or so years ago from the Runenstein auction house in the middle of the auction. While the auction was happening, they brought it out, they put it up on the stage, and they were like, this is the thing, blah, 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 it's worth this, going once, going, all of that, the middle of the auction. Then when they sold it, they turned and it was gone.
Okay. I see your offer, and I would like to argue that I did actually hear it in Sonnentor, but I'll show
Yeah.
you why. Okay, perfect. My eyes go wide, my mouth drops. Oh, I have heard of you! I have heard of you! Oh my gosh! They teach the lesson about that auction, like, everywhere here. It's huge! They make such a big deal about how we handle the items that we're appraising and how we hand them off and doing all of that appropriately because it was stolen in the middle of the auction. That was you!
Well, you can't prove that, so maybe it was,
No.
maybe it wasn't.
Okay, whatever.
Guess you're famous after all.
Wow! I
Right.
think I can't help but look like a little, like, whoa!
He like holds it out in front of himself and he looks it over as if he's seeing it for the first time and says, "It's been very useful to me over this period of my life." He glances over at Kesper sort of unconsciously and then turns back to you all and says, "I must say I'm getting rather bored. This has taken quite a long time. Can we figure out some sort of agreement? Something that I can do? Is there a way I can prove to you that I'm not going to go against whatever it is you think I'm going to do with this thing?"
Do you know Zone of Truth?
No. Useful though, wouldn't it?
It would
Yep.
solve a lot of issues right
Hang on
about
one second.
now,
Maybe he
wouldn't
does
it?
know Zone of Truth. I think if he does, it's the same as you guys in that he doesn't have it prepared. Yeah,
I
no
guess
way.
it depends what... It's bards, clerics, and paladins would have it, normally.
He sounds like a classic paladin. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
he's definitely a paladin.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to bore you. She was just exciting about that. What's its true name? Do you just call it by Staff of Power?
I don't even call it that. I just call it staff. There's my
Really?
staff. Where's my staff? Oh, there's my staff. Let me
Well, you
grab
might
my
find it
staff.
works- Well, you might find it works better for you and with you if you actually talk to it.
Really?
If you listen to it.
Okay. I'll try that. Later? Now? You want me to do that now?
I mean, you could try.
He holds it up to his ear. And then he says, "Oh, wait. You might be right. Hold on. Shh. Is that right?" He glances up, looks Linus up and down and says, "No, that's not fair to say about her." He looks her up and down again and says, "All right, fair enough. I'll ask. What is your hair care routine? The staff wants to know.
I don't think you're being honest.
Well, it's wonderful, okay? And if I get the staff some hair, we're going to do it just like yours.
Elena seems oddly flattered.
Let me roll a check.
Question.
For Nysus.
I don't
To do a
suppose there's
we'll see if we can outperform your insight check.
Okay, deal.
Ooh, probably pretty good. So this would be
Ooh. I rolled a 22.
an 18.
You're not being honest.
Well,
or
it
sincere.
didn't say anything to me, but I promise I'll try again later. I'm distracted.
I don't think we needed an inside check to know he's not actually talking to the staff.
I meant that he was complimenting my hair. I don't care if he was actually talking to the staff, Rio.
What do you mean you don't care?
Rio didn't say that out loud. Rio doesn't know what an inside check is.
Question.
Mm.
How long has it been? Do I have any inkling that Sylvia might be back with arresting us?
I will give you... I am aware of Sylvia traveling. She's got to go all the way back across 3, then go upstairs. I feel like she's also got to kind of figure out some stuff.
Okay, how much more time do we think she needs?
I guess roll me an intelligence check to try and calculate that.
Okay.
I think Elena's the only one who doesn't know that Sylvia's gone to do something.
Probably, yeah.
So she's not even stalling. She's just having a conversation.
You just want to do straight int?
Yeah, I think it's just a calculation that you're trying to make of how fast you think
I
she
just
can
did a
move and
saving
how
throw.
fast she's got to go.
My bad.
That's okay.
Does it matter?
I don't know. You probably aren't proficient in that, right?
I am.
Oh,
in
you are?
intelligence.
So
Yeah.
you have to take your proficiency off. So 3 minus 3. So 9.
Why does it say +5 on it?
So a
Oh,
saving
because-
throw,
Yeah, I see.
yeah,
I see.
is an ability check plus your proficiency. Usually, I think.
Yeah, you're getting 2 from intelligence and 3 from proficiency.
So it's a 9.
You think she's got to be close, but then she has to figure out how to get people's attention, and she's like a pixie that's got to appear and be like, oh, I'm a pixie from a Fey world, and I don't fully understand your humanoid customs, your material plane customs, and has to get through that and then explain where you are and then get them to come here, which is again probably getting them to come back down, or at least notifying people on this level. So your best guess is that we'll say she's maybe about halfway through that process. She's probably maybe arriving now. She can move pretty fast, right, Fairlight?
Yeah, she's.
I remember from the battle.
Yeah, she moves pretty quickly because she can fly and she can just move at a 60-foot fly speed all the time.
Yeah.
But as far as like knowledge of the human world and how to approach the situation and our customs, she basically only talks to me, and I live in a small fishing village for like she's only been in the human world for like 7 months or
Yeah.
no 4 months, and 3.5 of those were just
I was gonna call for some rolls in a minute.
in a little fishing village.
Yeah.
So yeah, like navigating a city and filing a police report and all that stuff is going to be a little foreign. On the other hand,
Okay.
she has a courtly decor to her from talking to nobles, so she can be eloquent if she needs to be.
Yeah. I'm gonna call for some rolls for Sylvia in a minute.
Sure.
Okay. I know you're getting bored, but you have to understand. I didn't realize we were in the presence of thieving royalty. Can I ask just a couple more questions?
No. I want to ask some questions now.
Fine.
I think I personally have done nothing to earn this level of scrutiny. I understand Lancelin and Scarlet had their problems and may have frightened you into thinking that we were some horrible brutish group. We didn't know who you were. We didn't understand what was going on. We thought that you were a ragtag group of thieves, just like we were all those years ago, and that you simply descended upon Alden, stole the thing that we'd spent a long time building and preparing for and looking forward to bringing my friends back with. So they got rather angry and upset. So you have to imagine it from our perspective. Imagine that you're us. Imagine that, oh, I don't know, he's dead and she's dead and she's dead, and then he looks at you, Tooth, and says, wouldn't you be rather perturbed? Wouldn't you think, oh, I'll do anything to try and get them back? And you work on a plan for 12 years to figure out, bit by bit, how to get them back. And in part, you do bring them back, or their souls at least. You manage to bind them to these horrible, monstrous things, and they don't like it, so they want to get their bodies back. And so you think, okay, well, let's figure out how we can do that. This spell, that spell, let's go traveling together, let's try this. We can try the gods, and we can try these bloody patrons, and we can figure out this strange, arcane, magical spell that'll take us back in time, and we can't do it, so eventually we recognize where we live, and there's all of these strange little tinkerers, and they can figure out how to use that strange little vianthricide, whatchamacallit, to create something to allow us to go back in time to get their bodies back. And then, the day it's bloody ready, it's stolen. You wouldn't get a little angry. You wouldn't assume. You think it's stolen.
Uh-huh.
You're telling me you wouldn't
But you
be
knew
upset.
it wasn't stolen. Alden told you he wasn't going to give it to you.
And
Then he wouldn't tell you where we were.
We didn't know what the old man was really talking about at the time, though it does make sense now. To be honest, we suspected he was going to pull something like this because he'd already vanished for 5 fucking years. Which is why I had to send in the group. The minions. Just to make sure he didn't try and run off. As soon as we arrived, there's another bloody group in there trying to steal the thing. Apparently. Or at least that's what we thought. Until now.
Why do you think he didn't want to give it to you? And don't say you don't know. You must have theories.
Oh, I have theories. It's the same reason that you've heard of this staff going missing. We're not really glowing heroes in Felsenhort. We're a thieves guild. They don't like us. They never have. We take from mostly the rich. Sometimes we will, steal from a grave or an old temple that's underground, usually guarded by something horrendous. People don't like that.
If he didn't trust you that much, why would he accept the job in the first place? You offer him some crazy price.
I think he was a mad scientist, and they have a thing in their brains, and as Nysus is explaining this, he takes a few steps over towards Kesper and then starts doing like a cartoonish pointing without saying it, that they want to achieve some form of perfection and they can't get it out of their heads until it's done. And I think that he was more enthused by that, or at least incentivized. And then he vanished.
So you think he just did it to prove that he could, whether it was a good idea or not?
Yes.
Then why not give it to you? Why drop it in our lap?
I think he thinks that I'm a bad person, that I would use it for some form of evil.
Why would he think something like that?
Well, I assume he thinks that I'm going to go back in time, rescue my friends, and then go, well, let's not just stop there. I'll make myself the bloody king.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you?
I don't
Or
know.
maybe not make yourself the king, but I feel like you go through time and steal all of the cool things that you can't steal right now.
I mean, don't lead me into temptation, but right now, as it sits, yes, technically, I am the head of the Blue Thieves Guild. Technically, I am the thief who stole the Staff of Power right out from under their noses. Technically, I am a thief, but mostly I'm a friend. and I'm trying to bring my friends back. I don't care so much about the thievery anymore.
What if we did it for you?
What?
What if we could figure it out? What if we did it for you?
Go back and bring my friends back.
Yeah, let's assume that we actually could figure out how to do that, because I'm not gonna say that we know, I'm not gonna lie to you. But if we could figure it out, what if we did that for you?
Deal.
Okay.
So what do you want? Do you want me to write it in your little adventurer book?
I mean, you can use a fake name, if that helps.
What do you want?
You know what I want, and I don't think you can give that to me. But if we can figure out how this thing works properly, maybe I can find it on my own?
How about this? You tell me what it is that you are trying to do. You're clearly coming here for a reason. You beeline straight out of Felsenhort. Straight line, straight here. Is there a reason for that? And does it have to do with the thing? The device?
We're running from you, first of all, and second of all, are we crazy?
I mean,
as much as I detest using this thing and the time travel, if that is the resolution that would solve this argument and cease the hostility, I'd do it. I'd go back and keep Scarlet and Lancelin and them from getting executed. You just have to tell me when and where.
He looks at you, Tooth.
I'm speechless. Did you even ask them what they wanted? Do they even want to be returned to...
Of course
This?
they do.
What do you mean, of course they do?
Well, first of all, no, I didn't ask them the first time, but I did ask them the second time, if that counts. But the first time we had a pact, and that's why we had the little silver cages. I've got one too, it's just that I'm the only one that bloody lived. Casper came up with some plan, some spell that would allow them to, well, all of us, to capture our souls, were we to die, into a silver cage, so that, should we be fighting some rapscallion in an alleyway or one of these horrible things in a tomb underground, one of us falls, the soul goes into the cage, we head back to town and resurrect, and we can be together forever. That's the point of all of this, is that we agreed that we'd be together forever. And for a little while I was by myself, and I brought them back somewhat, as we agreed. And then, when they were back, somewhat, he looks over at Casper again, I asked them again, let's figure this out. Do you like this? Is it nice in there? Do they feel comfortable? And they said, no, it's horrible. They wanted their bodies back. They wanted to be alive again. They wanted to feel the blood pulsing through their veins. They wanted to feel how it felt to hold one's hand, to hug, kiss, laugh. But they were trapped, like they were watching themselves from outside their own bodies. And I thought, well, let's figure out the next step then. So technically I didn't ask them the first time, but they agreed, as we all did, with the soul cages. And then I asked them again, and here we are.
You want
You
to be
love them,
together
don't you?
forever.
Forever.
What's your plan when you die of old age?
There are other worlds than these.
I snap my head to Olynis. I think I look probably I don't think you've ever seen this look on my face before unless I'm looking at an enemy on the battlefield. Isn't this against some, a religion of yours? Anything? Just to go back and prevent somebody from dying like this? Just what? To save our own hide?
I'm not trying to save our hide.
Well, so whose hide are you trying to save?
Elenis would normally be very calm and positive, and she sort of snaps in that moment. Brula's!
Did you even ask if Brula wants you to do this for that?
I would never take any action without consulting all of you. That's why you're here. I would never make a choice without you. You can
can't
say
do
no,
this.
and I will go along with that, Tooth, but I am trying my best. And that is all I can do.
And Brula puts a hand on your shoulder and just looks at you. I almost have to. What Toof is saying. And Brula turns immediately to Nysus. I don't trust you. I don't know why we're here. I'm not sure why we're still entertaining the possibility of giving you something. After you trapped everyone, and you led us here to false pretenses. You're not even the person we were talking to. So, this whole thing has been deception after deception. I think you can kiss my ass.
I find that very disappointing. I think
I think
I've been
at this
quite
point,
accommodating.
I physically step in front of him while he's talking, facing our group instead, and say, "Are we sure that that's the best way to handle this? What if we could go back, save 3 people's lives, end this whole conflict, and then there's no more power struggle for this item, and we can see about properly disposing of it if he's not really planning on using it for anything nefarious. This isn't about saving our hides, it's about saving everyone's hides. That thing is dangerous," and I point at the lost second.
I agree, and I get down so that I'm level with Tooth's face. Tooth, I will never make a decision for us without all of us being on board. But this feels like... What if they weren't meant to die? And I can't shake the feeling that saving someone's life is important. And if we just give it to him, and I'm saying this perfectly loudly so he can hear every word very clearly, if we just give it to him, we don't know that we can trust him. And I look at Brula as well. If we remain its custodians, at least we get to know what happens with it. At least we have some input.
Any anger on my face melts, and I look now suddenly like I'm about to cry, and I respond to you, but very, very low, barely a whisper. You just don't understand. It's like the cage. I know that it has a purpose, and that it always was meant to be hers, to hold her soul. It's the same can be said about these lives that you're gonna save. You don't know who they're gonna kill or hurt.
I can see that. But what other option do we have?
I don't know. But it feels bad.
It does feel bad.
There is only one other option. And it likely ends with not all of us leaving this room.
Yeah.
He's just staring at the 4 of you. Plain face.
Brula shuffles her shoulders and goes, "Well,
Elinus looks pained.
I think I also look very.
Hold on.
Oh no. Not right. Not now.
No, no.
Not now.
No, no.
Not in the
Coming
middle
through
of the
now?
good.
Okay. I don't know what's
Audible?
going on. To be fair, the audio has been a little fucky for this whole thing, and I apologize. I've been trying to subtly fix it.
Right. I guess I'll give the short version of what I just said.
Yeah,
which
sorry,
is-
from the top.
Yeah, the TLDR. Tooth makes a very valid point. If we stop these people from being executed, they could go on to kill a bunch of other people because they're all kind of murdery. They're not good people. And I think Tooth pointing that out now has me second guessing what I just said about going through with it. But
Oh, it wasn't the initial, like, distrust of this guy for trapping us and deceiving us and, putting on, like, a weird face and then giving us, like, multiple different stories. That didn't do it for you?
Elinus looks at Brula. I can see at least how he might feel.
we've had the last 2 hours to hear his side of the story. You haven't. I don't think he's innocent in all this, and his
No.
friends are violent, but
He shakes his head.
I look at Nysus.
He's shaking his head at Green. He's not innocent in all of this.
I know your friends have committed acts of violence in whatever state they're in. Did you and your friends kill people when they were alive? Or did you just steal?
Oh no, we killed plenty of people. There were
Why,
heists
though?
that went wrong. There were horrible guards in the way. We did get caught by that horrible bastard Festerel. We took out a few of his minions before he got us.
Was it?
Gang fights. You wouldn't believe the bloodshed in Lower Runenstein.
Was it in self-defense?
Sometimes.
Okay.
We didn't go around.
I'm trying to
killing for
understand, too.
fun.
I'm not justifying it.
That helps.
How about this, Allie or Rio? How would your feelings change if you knew that by saving them, somehow their actions kill Brula or your mother? If the answer is yes, then you should say no, because it's someone's Brula and someone's mother.
I think that's a very complicated question, Tooth. I don't disagree. Saving the lives of people that we know did wrong and were violent, it's not right. But what's the other option? We give him the device. He figures it out. He does it anyway. Do you want to fight him? Do you want to, listen, I look at Nysus. You're being very accommodating, but, we have to talk this out.
Yes, I'm
What?
not interrupting. You're fine.
No, I'm just trying to make sure you know. I realize what I'm saying is crazy, but what
No.
do you want to do here, Tooth? What do we do?
I take a step or two physically away from the group and turn my back and just kind of stare at the wall like I'm thinking for a second.
Might I offer a suggestion? Or two.
We're listening.
I get the sense you don't really understand how the thing works. Like, even slightly. To be honest, I thought that you did, and you were using it to zip around and escape us. There were a couple of times where we almost had you, and you vanished.
I'm a little offended, because I did tell you that directly to your face.
Yes, but I didn't think you were telling me the full truth. Fair enough. But now I understand that you really don't understand how it works. I thought perhaps you were just, playing some cards close to your chest. What's the plan here for you with this device? What did Alden ask you to even do with it? Bring it here? Take it somewhere? Fix it? Is one of you a tinkerer? Because it seems to me that we both want the same thing, and it's to get this thing working. I don't know if your plan is to get it working so that you can do something in particular, but obviously you know my plans is to return my friends to the land of the living. But first, the thing needs to be functional, or at least we need to find the owner's manual and figure out quite how to use it. So, do you have a plan for that first?
Linus just turns to the rest of the group and is no longer willing to offer any suggestions. Not in like a angry way, more in a defeated kind of, I've hit the end of what I can think of to suggest, and I'm unwilling to step any further into that.
I turn back from where I've kind of isolated myself and say, I think we can figure out how to use it, given a little bit of time. We've just been on the road the whole time, and frankly, we knew you were trying to kill us or capture us, so we were not staying in one spot for very long. If we can come to a truce, given a day or two, or I don't know, a week, do you think you can figure out how to use that device if you get some actual quality time to sit down and study it? Because I know we've been interrupted at every turn.
I look down and then I clasp my clawed hands together and my eyes dart almost unwillingly towards Brula and then back. Yeah, I'm pretty determined to figure it out.
I'm not saying we have to do anything in particular with it yet, but what he wants to do, what we want to do, what anyone wants to do, is going to require at some point that we figure out how it works. If you think that you can figure it out, and I'll just look at Nysus, can you give us a couple of days to mess with it and figure it out? If we're not busy running from you, then we can probably sit there and do it quickly. It would call for a little bit of mutual trust and a truce.
I have no intention of killing you or attacking you. So that would be fine with me, but I'll level with you here. I don't really want to let the thing out of my sight because you could be playing me right now, and I've really banked a lot of everything, my life, on that thing, and I don't want to have to go back to the drawing board and find some other way to bring them back. Twice now, since two of them are dead again. So perhaps you could offer me something that would guarantee that I don't lose you. I know where you are. I won't interrupt your work. I'll let you figure out how to get the device working, and then perhaps we can meet again and discuss some sort of situation in which perhaps we can come to a better agreement. You'll have a few days to figure it out. but perhaps there can be something that you can offer me that would allow you to provide a level of guarantee and assurance for myself.
I'll offer you the most valuable thing I have, which is my word that we won't leave until I come back and talk to you again after we figure it out. And I know you might not value it. The only reason I'm in this town is because I promised the council that I would figure out how that thing works and make sure it didn't fall into the wrong hands. I don't want to be here. I don't want the device. I never wanted any of this, and I'm doing it anyway because I promised I would. I'll make you the same promise. I will not leave Sonentor, or let that device leave Sonentor without coming back and checking in with you and telling you.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I may have made a mistake. We might be in trouble.
What's the problem?
If you're about to do I just realized we shouldn't be in here. Oh no.
Then I'm just fully panicked, remembering that Sylvia's may bust in with the cops at any second.
What happened?
Well, it's just that, I took off my disguise. Someone may have recognized me coming into here, because I thought maybe it was a trap originally, and I didn't trust you, and no offense, but, I mean, you're not really that trustworthy in general, and I hadn't had a chance to...
You sent Sylvia to get the town guard, didn't you?
No.
And I burp immediately.
No, I just took off my disguise hoping someone would recognize me. Jeez, Rio, don't throw me under the bus.
Very well. We can deal with that. What's the problem with you? They'll recognize your face.
Yeah, I'm definitely banished from here. I'm not supposed to be here.
Right.
Oh.
How about this? Take this. He takes his top hat off and offers it towards you and says, perhaps you could look after this for a few days. In exchange, I'll take your other sending stone so that we can remain in contact. This is a hat of disguise.
Does he putting it towards me?
Yep.
I'm not taking that.
You say that out loud?
Sorry. Yeah. You know how that is. You're gonna have to give it to one of them. I can't take it, or it's, you know.
Right, but aren't you the one who's wanted? Are you all wanted? Who
Oh,
needs to
right
be
now.
disguised?
I'll figure it out.
Right now, I don't think we're wanted as long as we don't draw too much attention.
Oh, very well. He puts it on like Michael Jackson does. We roll it up the arm. And he says, the sending stone, though. Perhaps we can stay in contact. That way I don't have to scry or... Actually, what if you look after Mara? Would that be fair?
I will walk up to Nysus, and I will take off my 2 championship rings, and I will hold them out.
Oh,
And
you're a jock.
Assuming he holds up his hands, I'll say, the 2 greatest achievements of my life, take care of them, and I'll
Alright.
drop them into his hand.
Very well.
You should give him one of the rocks.
Okay.
And then we
When
really
Brula
should get out
doesn't
of here.
offer hers, I offer mine.
If one of you give up a rock, and yeah, we really should get out of here before the guards arrive. Because the last thing we need to do is have all of us be seen together doing anything sneaky. We need to stay unnoticed. I almost said below the radar, but radars aren't invented yet. So we need to on the down low.
So, the cat...
Do we have to bring... You've got the sending stone. Do we have to bring the cat?
Well, I don't know where you're going. I can just call you and you can say, well, I'm in the Bahamas having the time of my life, and you might be, I don't know, Oscara for all I bloody know.
The Bahamas exist in this universe.
No.
Nysus has shattered the fourth wall like 16 times already. He knows we're on a Twitch stream right now. He knows we're on a podcast.
He looks at the camera.
He's Deadpool.
He says,
You know if we'd leave, right? We're not gonna leave.
he says, do you know what Mara is?
An
cat?
abomination. I say under my breath.
I don't even think twice about that because Tooth thinks horses are abominations. So I'm just like, yeah, cool. She doesn't. They just don't like cats.
You can give me, I guess a religion or a history check would be fine.
I would like to do a religion check.
Yeah.
I have a theory, but oh, come on. Okay, I rolled a 1, not 1.
Okay. Anyone can make this check if you want. When he says.
Sorry,
that.
what are we rolling for?
To see if you've heard of Mara, the cat.
Oh, no, I mean like what skill roll?
Religion or history would be fine.
I am not particularly well versed in either of those things, but I'll
It's alright, you can't do worse than a not 1.
I got a 12.
Okay.
11.
11.
I was logged out, so I'm logging back in for some reason. It was, yeah.
Mara's not
I don't
some
know if
sort of
Brula
like...
would roll the. Actually, wait. Nope, I don't have my dice with me.
Mara's not like some sort of interdimensional monster, is it?
Well,
No.
on a 12.
That's
You don't
exactly
know
what you
shit.
think it is.
That might be exactly what you think Mara is. Well, you two who were here did not see Mara up close. So Mara, when the cat came in and then kind of just vanished, did look like a little black cat with one red eye to you. Whereas the other two got a good look at Mara and could see that it was something different, and also got the sense that it was something different. You confirmed it wasn't a beast. Yeah, 12 and 11, Tooth and Rio, you have heard of Mara, and it is a thing that is associated with like cults for the most part. There are cults dedicated to Mara, and it is some sort of like unnatural cat lord type cult, but I don't think you have a great deal of information on it. This is again probably passing information just from being in the world, more so than being educated on it. So he says, do you know what Mara is?
A cat.
A dimensional traveler.
Yes, somewhat.
Unnatural.
Very unnatural. It's a demon, as I understand, or at least as far as Mara has granted me some small admission of power. I don't control Mara. I don't really tell Mara where to go. Mara wants to follow you, and I don't think any of us could stop it if we tried. Mara has been very interested in the device ever since we started work on it all those years ago. And Mara only comes around when the device comes around. For 5 full years, I didn't have access to any of these Warlockian powers within me. Mara is following you of their own accord. I simply ask Mara, where are you? Now and then, and luckily enough, Mara has granted me the ability to spy on you today for somewhat relative friendly understanding from Mara, but here's my understanding between you and I. I think Mara might follow you regardless. I think it might be in your best interest to allow Mara to join you. And through Mara, I will know where you are. And Mara will be pleased. I'll be pleased. And you can get to work. I won't spy on you all day, every day. Rupert Sol's promise, or whatever it is that you say. I shall simply check in every now and then and ensure that you're not running off. And if you do run off, well, I shall be displeased.
I'm not leaving without my rings.
Perhaps you will allow Mara to join you.
I kind of look at the rest of
choice?
yeah, I look at the rest of the group with kind of a resigned look and say, we can't stop a cat from following us around town if it wants to anyway.
No.
I feel like it's like a vampire. If you accept, you're inviting her in.
I think it's worse than that. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
It's
then
fine.
no. If the cat's gonna do what the cat's gonna do, that's fine. But I'm not willingly inviting it in. Absolutely not.
Where is the lost second?
In my bag.
The bag is moving around.
Can I grab it and hold it up and point at the cat?
The cat,
I'm gonna-
you can't see, the cat isn't in the room. The cat went invisible, like, around the time you guys came in.
Can I see if I can roll something to sense the cat? I'm assuming the bag is moving because the cat or someone.
Yeah,
I
roll me
wanna
a perception
know who's
check.
trying to take the... Sorry, perception you said, right?
Yeah.
I want to know who's taking the fucking... trying to take the bag. Or teen.
The cat's in the bag.
What?
The cat's in the bag. You can feel it running around in there, going crazy.
Open it up so you can say no, the cat's out of the bag.
Oh, the initial reaction I had as Tooth is very disturbing. Okay, can I grab it?
The cat?
It's inside the bag? Yeah.
Yeah, you can try. Give me a dexterity. In fact, maybe a sleight of hand check. Same kind of roll.
Okay. 21. I have no idea why that happened.
You grab the
But
cat.
okay.
It feels so weird. It feels like cold spaghetti, but it's
Ew.
also moving around. It feels like it moves through your fingers, like the spaghetti comes loose.
Yeah.
But you get
And
a hold of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna, like, kind of scruff it and see if I can yank it out of my bag.
Yeah, you do so. It doesn't make a
Yeah.
sound. You whip it out of the bag. You can see that as it moves very quickly through the air, it kind of shifts form a little bit. It goes from being a kind of a black cat to a white cat. As it lands out of the bag, like if you literally whipped a cat out into the air and they do that thing where they always land on
where
their
they
feet
twist
really
and then land on their
bizarrely.
feet.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
matter what, they do like a weird thing in the air, like you're throwing in a rubber band, and then they land perfectly on their feet. It does that, and by the time it hits the ground, it is completely white. It still has the red eye, but it looks a little bigger than when you were following it. It looks a little fluffier, but you understand that it's not real fluff. It's just very, very small little tendrils.
I
And,
cast myself and make myself fatter and my fangs longer, and I growl at it.
It stands still and begins circling around. Nysus looks at it, and I think probably you don't need to roll insight checks here. You get like a flash of legitimate fear across his face as he looks down at the cat and then looks back at you, and the fear is gone, but you saw it, I think, quite clearly. And he says, "Where is the device?"
That was my next question. Do I know it's still in there? Or the cat grabbed it, or...
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know it's still there.
Okay, yeah.
You have Nystul's magical bullshit over it, so you're
Yeah, I do.
aware.
Oh my god. Okay. So I'm not kidding. I cast Disguise Self, and I make myself, like, I'm doing the same thing. I puff myself, I make myself fatter, which for Gusto, like, bigger, I'm stronger or whatever, and my teeth are longer, and I'm just growling at this cat like a dog.
Nysus kind of just looks between the cat and you and says, "No, seriously, where is it?"
Why?
Mara is very interested in chaos. Do you know what that is? Because I
Yes.
don't. Not chaos like I've kicked a bucket of paint over just for fun. It's sort of the space in between all of our little planes. You know, there's all of the varying planes around the material plane, and then there's something in between those spaces, and that chaos is a soup of horror. That is what the cat is drawn to. And the cat can't help itself. It wants that chaos. It seeks it out on every plane that it can get its little horrible, nasty little paws into. As far as I can tell from the horrific whispers of this little friend of mine, the most chaotic thing, possibly on the entire material plane, currently, is the device.
That
Perhaps
makes sense.
that's what Alden really wanted. Perhaps it wasn't about keeping it from me, it was simply about what? Keeping it away from Mara? Destroying it?
I looked to Brula. Maybe we should take Mara to the end of time and drop him off. Plenty of chaos there.
Yeah. Lots of interesting characters there.
Yeah, we didn't tell him about that part yet.
You can access the end of time.
Can?
Well,
That's a
between
very
you and me,
strong word.
I think you should take the cat there.
It's more like the end of time accessed us, but
I think the cat's already there.
Oh, I don't think it is. That's not even a cat. It's not really here. It's somewhere else.
That's what I mean. At the end of time, Mara's already there, probably, getting fat on all the chaos.
Hmm.
Believe me, there's plenty.
The cat's very interested. And-
if
Perhaps you should appease the cat? Just like, I don't know, give it a taste?
Oh,
Alright.
I think it just got one from the look of it. It's suddenly bigger. At any rate, if it's going to follow us, fair is fair. We can't stop it from following us. So I guess, do as you will. It's not coming into our private quarters or staying in our room though.
No, but it probably will enter your nightmares. Enjoy those. If you fight it, it's worse. It's drawn to nexus points of change, strange beings of chaos. I suspect that that's what you are. Luckily for me, it knew that at some point you and I were on a collision course, so it helped me find you, and here we are. And you might run from me, but I don't know if you can run from it.
like the soul
talking to
cage.
all of us, or are you talking to me?
Oh, all of you. Whatever you've done with the device, wherever it is. The cat's probably more interested in it than I am. And, well, the whispers get loud when it wants something.
Great. Another customer to add to the list.
The sending stone.
I already offered it to you, so just
Thank you very
waving
much.
it in your face.
Well, I suppose we'd better get out of here
That we
before...
should.
What? The Sonnenguard arrive. They're quite nasty, actually. I don't fancy a tussle with them. Do you want to fight the Sonnenguard, Kesper? Little fight? No? Nothing.
While he, just very briefly, while he has his, back turned and he's making a point of, turning and talking to Kesper, I wave my hand in front of me and there's kind of like a little purple poof at it. It's like instantaneous, and fairly silent, so I don't think you would hear it, but it's just poof, and what I've done is dispelled Sylvia.
Okay.
So if she was bringing the guards here, she just doesn't exist anymore. Now, if she already gave them the address, I don't know if she'd know what an address is. So, I don't know if they have physical addresses in her world. But if she like described the building, like they might still be on the way, but I'm making sure she like, you know, it slows them down because she won't be there to lead them directly to the door.
Yeah. Nysus turns and says, I really hope that you don't make the wrong decision. I should very much like to see my friends again.
I hope we don't make the wrong decision either.
If you care so much about seeing your friends and staying together forever and keeping your promise, then maybe you should just join them.
I facepalm. Okay, that's enough of that. I start
He
chewing.
looks to Alinis and says, and you're worried about what me and my friends might become. And then he heads over to Kesper. He picks up the silver cage and turns back to you, Tooth, and says, do you want this back?
I shake my head.
He
You're custodian now.
He places a hand on Kesper and says, anytime now. And then there's just a bizarre shift. You kind of hear this strange voice. It doesn't sound quite like the others from Kesper. But you hear this bizarre voice say, conservation. And then they're gone. It's almost as if they get drawn into a single point, and then that point just folds in on itself and they vanish.
Tiny hut?
There's a kind of like a dullness to the blue as soon as they vanish in the room, but the room remains. The cat walks like fully around you during this time in like what seems like a perfect circle. Once it gets back to the other point it was at, watching you the entire time, it vanishes again, leaving you here in this room.
Right, we should leave. I don't know how close Sylvia got with bringing the guards here, but they're gonna know you're in town, right?
We gotta get going.
Yeah.
Also, this is not the time for this, but whenever we're safe, Tooth, we have to talk.
I think we have a lot. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. I mean, we have a lot to talk about, and we have to talk about it somewhere else. So,
Yeah.
and I just start moving quickly towards the door.
Listen, we can't go too much further. I didn't want to interrupt, but can I cast Identify on Mara when I'm like yanking her out of the bag?
I think,
I just have to touch the creature.
yeah, I think you would have had to have done it at the point. I think
Yeah.
that probably would have changed how the narrative went.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Let me see. It's a first level spell?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm.
Oh, it has a
almost-
casting time of a minute. Is that?
Yeah,
I'm
Okay,
almost
yeah.
positive that identifies as an object, and
it says
don't-
It
object
is.
or creature.
how
Mm,
does it?
It says one creature or object. If you instead touch a creature,
throughout casting,
you learn which
what
ongoing spells, if
are
any, are
affected.
currently affecting it. But it's
Yeah.
okay. It was a minute.
was a
and I
minute.
don't think I was holding it long enough. Like, I
Yeah.
grabbed it, but I don't think I was...
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I think it probably would
It's
have
fine.
adjusted how
Let's just move on.
that all played out. Okay, yeah, you guys leaving?
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I'm trying to make haste towards the door. and get us
Ushering
out of
everyone
here.
towards the
Yeah.
area. Yeah, there's like a moment where we see you kind of hands on the wall, just trying to remember where the.
we have it already. Sorry.
What?
Sorry.
The
Go ahead.
the wall.
No, I was thinking about the lost second. We have it still,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, you've still got
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
You put your hands along the wall until your hands go through it and you step through. You know, it's kind of like a bizarre mirror thing as we see the four of them step through. We'll end the session there. Apart from, I think, probably something like a scene that goes like this. The real Detective Quill upstairs is standing with his hands on his hips, looking at a very well put together dressed pixie, and he says, "So you're telling me that there's what, somebody called Two Fingers, and who? The guy that's been after them this whole time, and they're where? Level 3, downstairs, and you're gonna, where'd you go? Where did it go? God damn it, pixies." And we'll end our session there. Thanks so much for playing, players, and thanks so much for watching, watchers. I'm sorry about some of the little audio issues. I don't think they were like crazy bad, but there's like just something going on that was slightly affecting our audio. I think it just sounded a little like you guys had some reverb or whatever. I messed with it here and there to try and fix it. I genuinely have no idea what it was. 2 days ago, my computer blew up and I had to Frankenstein a second PC together and then install everything from Windows up, rebuild all of this stuff, install all of the sound equipment and all this crap, and figure out how to get this thing running to be able to run this show. And it has almost killed me. So that's why there was a little bit of audio
The reverb was
distortion.
just the weird room of mirrors, and it was our
That's how it
voices
sounded in
bouncing
there.
off that.
And yeah, I wanted to let you guys know there's not a green room either, because I don't have like the capacity to record it properly. And also we ran a little late. It's been quite a long episode, so whenever we go over by 15 minutes, that's your green room. You get 15 minutes extra episode free.
You're welcome.
Apologies for people that are members on our membership page. I might do a little makeup video, but I'm overwhelmed with stuff to do this week. This has been a nightmare to try and get together. So yeah, appreciate everyone bearing with some of the little bits of sound issues that happen, but
Good job, Brad.
we got it going. Good job, you guys. We'll be back next week with another episode to see what you guys, the fallout of the conversation is between you all, because I'm curious about that.
We all took such different opinions.
It was really interesting, yeah. I'm actually just a slightly green room a little bit. I'm kind of glad, because I did kind of want this to be like a little bit of a trolley problem rather than just being like, he has 150 hit points.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Delete them.
PB really wanted us to run this fucking quest for the villain, because like that's such a unique twist on a campaign of like,
He owns
okay,
a guild.
we'll go save your friends and then we're gonna destroy
I
this
felt
item.
like I had this light bulb moment. I was like, why don't we just do it for you? And then he was like, no.
It was crazy. I was like, what a cool twist of the story. But I realized Toof would just never be.
Maybe
okay
you
with
still
that.
can. Maybe it's not over yet.
I mean,
There's still room to
knows?
see how this plays out.
Playing a character who doesn't have really strong convictions developed yet because he's too young
Yeah.
It's hard.
is different for me, because I already know what my response would be. But just being like, oh, that's a good point. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, that's a good point. I don't know what I believe. It's
Yeah, I
really
usually
funny.
play a little bit more on the pragmatic side of characters, and Toof is very like religious. So that's been very fun and very weird. And so to just think like, oh, we can't just be willy-nilly about this. Like these
As
are,
much as I hate to admit it, Alinus's religion, all of it is fairly vibes-based. For her as a character, not the actual religion itself, but the way she interacts with it. So she's like...
I mean...
The formal modern version of the religion is very like militant.
Yeah.
But like there's another sub-religion in there. It's just like, it is pretty hippie druid, earth-based, that's what they should be.
I know we're not trying to do a full green room here, but I do have to say this. When I said I walked away from the party and kind of like turned my back for a second and like stared at the
He was
wall,
about to kill you all.
What?
He was about to cast Booming Blade and kill everyone in the
Just
room.
kill the whole party.
Oh, I thought you were Nysus.
No. I thought you were going to turn. Imagine that.
I was like 1 second from just turning around and pulling out my weapon. Because of Toof's.
I felt
because
it.
of it was because of Toof.
Toof's
Toof
conviction.
saying like, what if we take them back in time, or what if we go back in time and save them, and then they go on to kill someone else's mother. And it
I was
like,
100% hovering over my
snapped.
hammer, like...
It snapped.
I'll
I was like, Toof's right, and this guy's not going to let us leave. We have to kill him. And I was getting ready to turn around and say, look, I'm sorry, but there's only one way this ends, so let's just get to it. And like, as I was going to say that is when you said, or that's when you said as Nysus, so what's the plan? Are you trying to figure out how it works? And then I was like,
Holy
that's true. We could go talk to the
shit.
item master and postpone this decision. But if you hadn't turned the conversation that direction, it was going to be the
Could've been
150 HP angle.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And also Mara, and also we would have been toast. We would have been toast.
Oh, we would be dead. 100%.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
staff.
I wish there was a part of Tooth that could just like give in a little bit, but I'm trying to play that like, you know, hyper religious where he just won't do it, or they just won't let go of that idea and they're willing to die for it, which is crazy because I feel like it was an unwinnable situation and we had to agree to it to survive.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how strong the cat is and if it would have joined the fight. Because I imagine Nysus and Caspar are fairly
I think the cat
strong.
would sit in the corner just enjoying all that chaos from us fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I think like
yeah.
the fight would be dictated by turn order and like 1 or 2 lucky crits, like who gets that first big smack in on turn 1. Otherwise, you know, Nysus gets a big spell off and you know, half of us are paralyzed or dead or whatever.
Fireball! Everyone dies.
Yeah.
Could have gone either way.
Realizing the weapon that he has too, I was like, oh no, we're just so screwed. The other thought too is like, I liked as soon as you mentioned in the previous episode, sorry, we are green rooming it.
Yeah.
This is what our green rooms are like.
I'm sorry if anyone here has to go. Elspeth's like, I need to pee so bad.
Sorry.
You have
we can
until
go.
Elspeth pees herself
Yeah.
to finish this. You finish your thought and we'll bounce after this. PB's final
No, I
thought.
feel terrible now. That's fine.
Is it not going to be a
I
single
wanna know what it
sentence?
is.
Yeah,
You
you
have to
can't do that to us. Can't blue ball us.
Well, my thought was a couple of days ago when you mentioned chaos and the cat, I was like, oh fuck. Like chaos is in the end of time where we went, where the one being that we met was like, don't go out there. That's just like, that's chaos out there and slowly eating time. Like, and just thinking like, oh shit. So I liked the reveal there, even though it wasn't officially said, to me, it felt very clear that our actual bad guy is that fucking cat and not Nysus.
And Nysus is scared of it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's another tier beyond that even. I feel like there's
Maybe.
a big bad, and then the cat is like a projection of that big bad.
I think
and
that's what I
Nysus-
think.
Yeah.
And then Nysus is actually like almost a pawn of the cat, or like doing his own thing, but only because the cat is allowing it.
If
Like,
it were Final
it's like-
Fantasy VIII, Nysus is Cypher, and that cat is Ultimecia.
Find
Or
out
an
next
sorry,
time
the cat is
on
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VIII. I've never heard of that game. I don't think.
Yeah.
I can't imagine something like that influencing the way that I structure these
No, I
stories.
didn't mean it like that. I just meant
No,
I would
you're
know.
absolutely correct. It's Final Fantasy VIII.
I've definitely never heard
it is a
Brad
Final
say.
Fantasy.
I've definitely never heard Brad say word for word. His campaigns are literally just Final Fantasy.
Yeah, just a bunch of little bits of Final Fantasy all making one big thing that looks like an original story.
Not even a bunch of little bits. Word for word, my campaigns are just Final Fantasy.
Yeah. It's me. You're just my little dolls, and I'm playing Final Fantasy
And
with my
Bruno
little
is my
dolls, and I'm like, this kiss, and then Cypher shows up, and then there's a cat, and that's basically trying to get time compression. All right, well, find out next time, I guess. We'll see you next week. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and peace. Love you. Bye. 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 Bye.
but gotta listen to my shit. But when you're looking like that, it makes my